Hello, fellow homebrewers. JP here, and I want to introduce to you the brand new Brew-Built X1 Conical Series available at More Beer. More Beer sells the highest standard in homebrewing equipment, and the Brew-Built Conicals are just that. They're made from mirror-polished 304 stainless steel, and they come with loads of features that you and I have been looking for. They have a full 2-inch bottom dump valve, which will eliminate your clogging issues, while the sturdy base includes 4 reinforced legs, just like those big Pro tanks do. More Beer also carries the Brew-Built line of options and add-ons like casters, pressure kits, and even external glycol chillers. So you can find out more about the new Brew-Built X1 Conical Unitanks by going over to morebeer.com for detailed videos on the entire line of Brew-Built Conicals. You can trust Brew-Built with your next fermentation, and you can trust More Beer to find the right conical for you. Brew-Built at morebeer.com.
Today's Sunday session is brought to you thanks to the fine folks at More Beer. Visit them right now at morebeer.com.
Great beer is about drinkability. Doesn't matter the style.
You guys are like walking beer Wikipedia. That's the first time that you've ever accepted me as a person.
Or you have a fermentation in your gut.
I'm jet propelled at all times.
How many guys do you think that you have the privilege to slap?
Somebody who's never tasted a commercial example, and this is how you know everything about this beer? Please, you don't.
I think that's bullshit.
I think it's bullshit too.
Wow. Are you guys going to arm wrestle?
No.
We're going to teabag fight.
Yeah. You heard of Junkyard Wars?
Can I get another high five, Beavis?
Now, live from the Brewing Network studios in Northern California, this is the radio program for home brewers, craft brewers, beer lovers, and beer geeks. It's your only source for live beer radio that brings expert brewers together with, well, expert drinkers. This is the radio program with a head on it. This is The Session.
Yeah, that's right. Once again, live from the Hop Grenade here in Concord. It's only our second official show from the Hop Grenade.
Yeah.
The other 2 shows were unofficial.
Well, why wouldn't they be?
Yeah. Second official show, and it's new, but it's old.
Oh.
Well, that's not an old joke. It's new, but it's old in the sense that Sean O'Sullivan is back with us in the studio.
Right on. Wow. Make sure I know how to do this still.
I'm pretty sure that Sean hasn't been on the show since we were in Pacheco.
Well, I think when you were with Danielle like 15 years ago.
Was it that long?
Yeah.
You haven't been on the show since I was banging a German?
Well, the Argentinians can't say that.
Right. But you did not do a session from the Martinez studio.
I did not.
You did not?
I was not invited. I think it was a power play by Tasty to get closer to Mitch Steele. But
I'm the old guy on the show. That's me.
There's only room for one guy on the death list.
And that's me. Hold on, I got a text. Well, K-Fog has been calling him. That's why.
K-Fog, and I've done KGO, AM radio.
Oh, yeah.
Like our old days we used to do back in the old time
That's
days.
right.
Yeah.
Moscow loves him some AM radio.
That's right. That's how we met as well.
There still is AM radio?
It's still out there.
Not for long, though.
Oh, okay.
My son built a little AM kit. That's what's happening right now in AM radio.
Can he link us over to AM through his ham radio?
He's working on it right now.
Perfect.
He's out there watching.
Which do you think will die first? Who do you think will die first? Tasty, Sully, or AM radio?
A fine question.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the AM radio thing, but it's a little harder to get up every day.
I think we'll be fine.
Is it Tasty? Well, Sully, it's good to have you back.
Honestly, blown away by this.
You like the Hop Grenade?
Are you sucking the life out of the square, though? I mean, you roll up to downtown Concord.
Yeah.
My son is like, this is a really nice neighborhood. And I'm saying, it's amazing. And then we roll in here. This place is brand new.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this beautiful space. You've got this, your beers and all this stuff. It's just unbelievable.
Are you saying that otherwise there's like tumbleweeds rolling down the street?
I wasn't going to say that. It's just different now. There's like a vibe here, an energy.
Well, we are proud to be a part of that, and I think that we love Todos Santos. It's where we do our beer festival.
Yes.
But I'm not going to lie, we felt like it needed a little oomph, a little something, a little BN, because this is our hood. And
is EJ Fair still open?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're still rocking it. In fact, this wall right here, just on the other side is a ladies' restroom. You might hear a toilet flush later on.
It's funny, at the 218, the place at 563 2nd Street,
yeah.
I put the women's restroom right next to the brewery door for kind of specific reasons. I've never actually acknowledged that in public, but I think there might be a lawsuit sometime.
Well,
Maybe there has
Sully, if you pull down that sound panel right there, there's actually a window into the ladies. But we have to cover it for the public.
Well, Tasty's got to love that one.
Yeah.
It's a one-way mirror. It's awesome.
It's really great. Tasty thinks
What
it's
is
really
she
great.
wearing?
Tasty's been sitting here for 14 days.
He won't leave.
Yeah.
Wait till we get the vent hooked up.
I have lunch brought in.
So we're having fun here, Sully. And, well, so part of the premise is...
You had to tell him we're having fun.
Well, I mean, not at this moment. This isn't fun at all.
No, I just had fun in the last one. Now I'm having fun in this one.
In this one, yeah.
I gotta tell you, though, you've mentioned this when I walked in here. You said, man, I feel calmer this week.
Yeah.
It's like last week it was the first show, and now you're here. It's like old time. And I got to tell you, I feel, aside from this camera that's right in front of my head is probably huge.
Right.
Well, it is anyway. But I got to tell you, it's really good to see you. It's been a long time. I mean, we call each other. You call me up once in a while and say, hey, can you sponsor my glass? And I say, sure, why not? And I'm going to give you a few $100 and that's it, and you go away for a year or two. But
that's how you get rid of me.
But no, it's really good to be here and to see the whole gang here. Where's Doc? Is he alive? Or?
He's alive. He did last week's show.
Okay.
And I don't know. He's signing papers tonight. I don't know what he does.
He's signing papers.
He came by the brewery today on his way to go rabbit hunting.
Oh, that's right. He's killing things today.
He's like, yeah, we'll get some squirrels, some coyotes, some rabbits.
You know how we do.
Make a big stew. It's great.
Right, yeah. Coyote stew.
So he's out shooting shit.
Yeah.
Wow. So he's okay, though, right?
He's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is he going to Burning Man this year?
He is.
Are you going to Burning Man this year?
I don't think I am. He's working hard to get me to go.
Yeah, I want to go.
That means you're going. If Doc is working you over, you'll cave. You'll cave.
Now, when you do Burning Man, I'm going to flip the table around here and just interview you. Do you do the whole tour busing thing and the?
What do you mean? Like, do I have an RV and all that? Yeah, I go with a friend who has an RV.
Okay.
Because you can't stay in a tent at Burning Man.
No, especially when I'm 51 and I can't do that either.
I mean, if you don't have an RV, you should be a hot chick because then you'll get one.
Yeah. People just hand them out.
Yeah. But if you're a dude, you don't show up without an RV, or you have to sleep in a tent, and it's not nice.
You're beyond your tent years, is what you're saying.
You might as well sleep in a pile of dirt.
No amount of powdered drugs can make a tent comfortable in the desert.
No, especially because the powdered drugs mix in with the powdered sand that is part of the desert. You don't know which is which anyway.
You're just huffing sand.
This is real gritty.
It's real embarrassing.
Yeah, no wonder you're like, God, I think I feel high, and it's actually it's heat stroke.
Right.
So I've taken a couple years off, Sully.
Have you?
And
your life?
I'm thinking about it. That's part of why I've taken a couple years off. I might go back.
You
this
look
year.
younger as well.
Thank you. That's impossible.
How does Warren look?
The same.
Warren looks. I've actually just gotten to know Warren lately, so I don't know how he looks. He looks good. His beard's longer.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Why do I get
That
really
happens
quiet?
every day. You can see that.
Because everyone loves it when we talk about Warren.
Right.
We just stop and
I'm
listen.
real interesting. Yeah.
Warren's quick on the uptake. That's what he is. He's quick with a response.
So we got some exciting stuff going on today. I'm just going to cut off his quick response.
That's good.
Because Sully's brought some special beer for us that we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Beer.
It's a beer for it's a fundraiser for ALS.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, if you buy a pint here tonight at the Hop Grenade, you should come on down and join us. We've only got a small keg, but we're going to donate 100% of the proceeds of that keg to the ALS Foundation.
You know, it's really funny because I actually brought you an invoice, and I think I probably should give it to you.
Did I say 100%? Because I meant that minus
this much.
minus X dollars.
A percent.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite of marketing. It's a percentage of sales. We'll go.
No,
1%.
Most people just do $1 a pint, which is very generous.
we're going to donate the whole thing.
You're doing the whole thing?
We're going to pay. We'll take out this price, and then 100% of what you it's a lot of money.
I'll talk to my legal department. We'll figure it out.
That we're going to donate. It'll be good.
No, that's awesome.
That's right.
Because we think it's a great cause. And in fact, I have it in my announcements here because Faction Brewing Company is doing an ALS event on Saturday, right?
That's right. They're doing one this Saturday, and huge collection of breweries from 1 to 5 down at Roger and Claudia's place. It's going to be amazing.
So it's in Alameda
we'll be there as well. Everybody's bringing their ALS beer, which is a beer that was brewed with these hops that were donated by Hop Union.
Nice.
And it was a kind of a collaboration effort by a bunch of brewers. Who was it? It was Ken Grossman from Sierra Nevada. It was Vinny from Russian River, and it was John Mallett from Bell's Brewery, and the folks from Hop Union, and they kind of got together with Loftus Farms and kind of put together this whole hop blend, which is a collection of 6 or 7 hops, and it's amazing. And really excited about it. We did an India Red Ale, but all these other breweries breweries did different beers.
So it's all different beers at the event.
Yeah. So you better like this hot blend because there's going to be a lot of beers.
So we have Sean's India Red Ale here on tap. We've also got Bitter American on tap, which is what's in my glass now. And I think we're going to be tapping Hop Crisis at some point, too. We've already gone through one keg of Hop Crisis since we opened.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's another great beer.
Thank you.
So you guys are brewing awesome beer right now. Is it still, at the moment, coming out of Cold Springs?
Yeah, so we're out in Cold Springs still. Excuse me. We'll be out there through the rest of the year, and probably into the next few months of next year. But right now, I mean, I don't know if you probably talked about it on the show, but we're building this, fairly big production brewery down in San Leandro.
All right, hold off on all that.
Okay, I know where you wanted to go.
No, I really do want to get into that. I want to say.
Notes.
Let me ask you this: is it only going to take you a year to build that brewery? Let me ask you that.
Well, we've been already building it for about a year now. I mean, the planning and all that stuff, but we're well under construction right now. You can get into it, but
okay.
I mean.
I only asked because our place will probably fit into your bathrooms, and it took us 6 months.
This is my bathroom right now.
It took us 6 months, so I feel like, I don't know if you have a better construction company. We have to talk.
Anyway, we can talk more about this. I'll give you like $120 to be a therapy session because you think I'm younger. I think I've aged exceptionally.
Right. All right. There's a lot of changes at the 2&A. We're going to find out about all of that.
Yeah.
Now, you brought your son out to the show.
Yeah. Little Ryan is out there, or the boy, if you're following him on the social sites.
Yeah.
And he's playing Minecraft right now. He's waving to you. There he is.
I think he's waving because JP's giving him a creepy wave.
Yeah, I'm waving at him.
He just got back from Zurich, Switzerland a couple days ago.
On his own?
Yeah, he was over there just kind of touring around with his girlfriend.
What, he has his own G5? Hey, Dad, I'll be taking the jet to Switzerland this weekend.
All right, don't scratch
I'll be back in a few weeks.
His best friend, who lived next door to his mom's house, is German. They moved to Switzerland, so they were visiting them over there.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's completely jet lagged. This kid wants to go to sleep right now.
I see. Well, he's on the couch. He can feel free to pass right out.
Ryan, you okay?
Yeah. He's not even listening. He's got his headphones in. I think he's gaming.
He's listening to death metal right now.
JP is super jealous right now because he's out there playing video games while JP has to work.
I wish I could listen to death metal in game right now. I have to level up my resto druid. You know what I mean?
I actually have no idea what you mean.
It was a cuss word.
Just trying to get my legendary cape. Don't worry about it.
Sully, let me run this by you. You've owned a brew pub for quite some time.
Long time.
We decided this morning, just at random, that Mondays are going to be Metal Mondays. So we've been having it's metal all day long out there.
I heard the restaurant.
At the restaurant. What do you think of our decision?
I think that's great until sales drop and then you do something different.
The place was a ghost town today.
Coffee house.
I walked in. I heard Rain and Blood over the thing, and I'm like, finally, there's good music at this place. And then I had to come in here. I was like, oh, I can't. You should get that guitar riff going.
Yeah, Metal Mondays.
I love it.
Until we have to switch over to Jason Mraz or something.
There's a couple at home going I don't want to go there.
I mean, the ambiance is really nice, but what is all this fuck metal, death to all but metal?
Exactly.
Whenever you come home from that, you always want to worship a goat and drink a lot of blood. And I don't understand it. The blood doesn't sit well with me.
It's so
I feel
weird. The beer's good. The blood is bad.
You want to be open to everybody.
A little tinny.
And you might be alienating a lot of people. That's just my restaurant advice to you.
Well, here's why we went with the experiment. It was dead today. Nobody comes out on Monday.
Yeah.
There's like 4 people in here today, and none of them could hear. They were old. And they just sat there. They're like, oh, I love Johnny Cash. It was Megadeth.
Right.
Well, Mondays are the slowest day in the restaurant industry typically. So
that's why we put the show on Mondays. We figured we'll get some people out
coming down here
to see our guests.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I have a lot of other decisions I'll be asking you about.
I'm here to help
throughout the program.
Life advice, travel advice.
What do you think about Pantless Wednesdays? Is that going to be okay?
I think that yes.
Okay, good.
Until it doesn't work.
I prefer to call it Wang Out.
The first Wednesday.
We're going to publicize it that way.
Yeah, Wang Out Wednesday.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
All male staff, obviously,
right
on Mondays
in downtown Concord.
Ladies' night,
downtown Concord. I'm not sure Concord's ready for us, but they've been having a good time with us so far.
If they're going well, if Concord's ready for Vinny's, Concord's ready for us. It's all right.
I guess you're right. All right, so a lot to get to today. Let me just get through a few announcements. Once again, let me just mention that Faction is having their event this Saturday at Faction Brewing Company in Alameda, which is one of the nicest pieces of real estate in brewing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Great great view of the Bay Bridge right there.
That sunset. I mean, I have a saying, go for the sunset, or go for the beer, but stay for the sunset.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Either way. Go for this.
Whatever it is.
Say Alzheimer's. It's fine.
It's the half a pint of bitter American and
no food.
Struggle to get here.
So that's happening at Faction Brewing Company this Saturday. What time did you say, Sully?
It's 1 to 5 p.m.
All right. And
I will be there.
Are you going to go?
I'll be there
Hell
as well.
yeah, dude. Eagle Rocks are going to be there. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I wouldn't miss that for the world.
And Tasty, you'll be there?
Of course.
What is admission? Do you have it on your sheet there?
I don't have that information until I take my glasses off. It's $35 in advance, $40 at the door, and there are tickets available at... What's that logo say? Somewhere else.
It says Mexican Bus. Is what it says.
Oh.
Well, it reads like me.
There is a free bus ride on the Mexican bus from West Oakland BART.
Yes.
Is that the bus that
You
we
just
had
sit on the top and with the chicken
Yeah,
and
the Mexican bus.
It breaks down about half the time.
Yeah.
You get the idea?
The door doesn't shut.
It's like that one from Romancing the Stone.
Is that the bus that bussed people home from BNA 4 years ago?
I think it might. Yes, it was. That guy.
That death trap is still going?
That was rad.
Nico, my business partner, had his I don't know, some sort of pre-wedding party on that thing. It was actually awesome. We drove all over San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah.
That thing's been around.
But I mean, Drake's is going to be there, Sierra Nevada, Beechwood, Iron Springs, Triple Voodoo, Alpine, Golden Road, Triple Rock, Stone, Pizza Port, all locations.
Okay.
3rd Street, Monkey Paw, 21st Amendment, Noble, Eagle Rock, Thorn Street, Abigail, and Russian River.
Beautiful. And is there a web address for tickets? Did we discover that?
I think if you go to...
Would you like for me to read that for you, Sully?
Yeah, please. I can.
He needs younger eyes.
I know.
If you go to Faction Brewery, and I think it's alesforals.com, they'll have information as well.
Yeah, there is no website on here.
All right, go to Faction Brewery.
Just Google Faction
Roger
Brewery.
did that flyer.
alesforals.com. How about that?
All right. Also, some shows coming up at the Hop Grenade this week. A lot of shows this week. A couple of shows of Brewing with Style are recording tomorrow night starting at 6 p.m. And then JP's show starting at 7 tomorrow? Okay. And then Dr. Homebrew is on Thursday.
Right, on Thursday.
Hey!
What time's that starting?
Starts probably about 8:30.
8:30, okay. Late night shows on Thursday.
Late night show, baby.
All right, 2 shows of
like
Dr.
that.
Homebrew. And you can come participate and enjoy the show. So come out to the Hop Grenade, 2151 Salvio Street, right here in Concord. All right, you can support the show by shopping on Amazon. You just click the Amazon link on our homepage, and you shop as you normally would. We get a little piece of the action. Do we have a Amazon product of the week, Moscow?
Brewdog Season 1.
That's already up, huh?
For $10.99, we made 55 cents. I included it because we're finally getting paid for TV.
Yeah, we've done how many TV shows, and we're finally getting paid for one? That's fantastic.
Wow.
Anybody watch Brewdogs? Anybody seen the program yet? No. I still have not yet seen an episode.
I was on it, actually.
I saw Sean on it.
I was on it once. The one they did in San Francisco, they actually picked the 21st Amendment as the best brewery in San Francisco.
Nice.
Which was pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
And then I did this cameo at the end of the Anchor episode where James Watt and he was asking me what I thought about the beer. And I did this whole riff on like Mission Burritos, which they left out, which I thought was probably more of a good piece than the thing I was saying.
Some of your best stuff.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, so... But
he was wearing
So you guys know anything about beer?
He was wearing a 21A sweatshirt, so you could tell who he was by his little 21A logo on his chest.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't actually say who you were.
Oh, they didn't?
No, it was just this guy wearing a 21A sweatshirt.
Yeah. And that's fine, because...
That is a cameo.
Wow, well, I don't even know how to react to
it's
that.
a true cameo.
Yeah, they only know if you're famous.
Yeah.
I guess, whatever.
It's real talk, Sully.
I will say this.
How do you feel about what happened?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right?
So what are these Brewdog guys like?
They're great. I mean,
Do they know anything about beer?
Yeah, they do. I mean, they do. I mean, honestly, they're
As
great.
much as John Palmer?
Wow. This is like
the high standard.
I've never met him.
I can handle this. In my pub, I deal with drunks all the time. I'm joking, Tasty. I love you. No, they're great guys. I mean, Martin and James, they're great. They've been brewing in Scotland for a while, and then they took it to the next level, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger. I mean,
I have to say they're the only beer show that's gotten renewed.
Anybody who has a Scottish accent and kind of does what they do,
it's fun.
They have a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of their stuff is very whimsical and theatrical in some ways.
Yeah.
If you watch the show, but they really, they take it to a level that people can engage with it. So
I don't like whimsical.
No, whimsy went out in the '60s.
Whimsical is back, guys.
Is it?
It's 2014. Get on
Whimsical Wednesdays. And here's the Hop Grenade.
Warren, out of the hat there.
All right, well, we'll have to run both by our general manager. So far on the table is Wang Out Wednesdays and Whimsical Wednesdays.
You should have those guys on the show when they're in town next time.
Oh, yeah, it sounds great.
We did have them on when they first started. We'll have them on again.
Yeah.
It is something to get their show renewed. A beer show has not really been renewed yet, so it must be people watching.
Esquire.
The most recent one was
the Esquire Network, right?
What is that?
Was Sam from Dogfish Head. I wonder how he felt about his show not getting renewed.
Yeah.
And then he was on Brewdog.
He's still feeling the pain.
Yeah.
He's doing fine.
Okay,
I'm
good.
sure he's all right.
Yeah.
All right. What else do I have for you? You can support the show by subscribing and joining the BN Army. Just hit the donate button on the homepage. Become a recurring donor, and you get entered into the More Beer monthly donation giveaway. We give away $100 every month that you can shop at More Beer, who is the sponsor of this session and every session that we do. They've been with us since the beginning. They've been nice enough to come by and check out the place, too. They're real proud. They basically say that we're their favorite mistake.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
Wow. That's what my mom used to
They
say
didn't think
about
we'd
me.
be successful.
That's good parenting.
It's also a Sheryl Crow song, which is nice.
Oh, that's good. That's good news. Yeah.
They sometimes come in and sing it to me.
Is she still hot?
I think so.
I think she kind of is.
I think she'll be hot until,
She's not hot?
Yeah. I mean,
she stopped sending me pictures. I don't know.
Till her bank account dries up.
Yeah, they're like, you're not that hot. You never were.
I think I always had a little thing for her, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
She's an attractive girl.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Good talk there.
That was Sheryl Crow, huh?
Warren's keeping it going.
Well, yeah. Well, that was my comment for 10 seconds ago. Right. So, yeah.
All right, what else do I have? All these and more over on Twitter and Facebook. Send your show ideas over to Scott the Jew. That's Scott at thebrewingnetwork.com. And send feedback to feedback@thebrewingnetwork.com. Is Bevo looking for her mic, or you're just assuming her mic's off, Moskowitz? Because her mic is on, but she has to turn it on herself.
I'm not.
There we go.
I've pressed that like 3 times and tried to talk, and it has made no sound.
She was waving at me frantically.
I see.
I wasn't waving at you frantically. I was waving at you, saying that I was devastated that Sam Calagione's TV show was canceled.
I see.
I thought
understand.
it was relevant at the time.
I understand.
You're trying to
And it probably was.
by waving.
No, it was. That's the redeeming quality.
I just learned Bevo's behind me.
Yeah, she has her own office, her own booth now.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
Which she's
How
happy
you doing,
about.
Bevo?
Good.
Good to see you.
I also have control of that camera in front of your face.
Yeah, can you please turn that thing off and
Well, Sully,
maybe
it's
put
not-
a picture of Sam up?
It's not always on you, see, because we have the wide angle.
Yeah, the wide. Keep it wide.
Actually, I was talking about your camera. We have the wide angle, and then we have the studio camera.
The fisheye lens.
We just zoomed in on you.
Yeah. So, but don't worry, it's getting your good side.
Okay, I don't even know what that
Yeah,
is.
you look
anymore.
great.
All right.
It's amazing that you even talk to me anymore, Justin.
How about a Twitter game? Should we do a Twitter game?
Yes, sir.
What's our Twitter game today? It's brought to you by Keystone Homebrew, a great sponsor of ours. You can go to keystonehomebrew.com and check them out.
Well, I feel like the BN should start giving back to people. We've gotten a lot over the years from our listeners, and it seems like we're all kind of starting to achieve our dreams. Sully's building the West Coast domination station for 21st Amendment, and
Death Star.
A lot of leather.
Yeah, Bevo now works at home so she can hang out with her terrible kid and her terrible husband.
Wow.
Warren.
You love her.
Warren.
Still.
And, you have the bar. So I would like to know what the Brewing Network can do to help you, the listeners at home, achieve your dreams today.
Okay.
A little life coaching here. We want to know what's going on.
I like that you've chosen this game while Sully's here because we can use his credit card. So what can the BN... This will be the phone call tomorrow. So, Sully, will you sponsor this listener of ours? He really... all right, what can the BN do for you? All right, let's do feedback because we didn't get to do feedback last week.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Feedback is brought to you today by the Beer Law Center. Our good old friend John over there who takes good care of my trademark. I had to sign some more paperwork this week.
Yeah, you got to do a lot of that.
It's a whole bunch of that. But he does a great job. You can go to beerlawcenter.com, and he really focuses on the beer world to help you, navigate the trademark landscape that's out there now.
Huge stuff with that. We can talk about that later.
I mean, it gets crazy right now with so many breweries opening up. It's inevitable that there's going to be some issues. And then some people are just either slow or douchey, and so that causes even more issues. So go to beerlawcenter.com, and John will help you out. All right. Jesse writes in, Dear BN Fuckknuckles.
Wow.
I'm a totally new brewer, 2 extract and 3 all-grain brews under my belt from New Zealand. One of my friends who's a kick-ass brewer and starting a brewery put me on to the BN. I work in an office with one other guy who's a brewer as well. So naturally, I've been listening to your backlog of podcasts all day long. So I have a few different points of feedback after listening. The good. You all rock. A perfect blend between fun and informative. The whatever. It seems like you're not live this week. Whatever, you have so much content online, we most likely have about 100 years of shows to get to. And then finally, under topic, the fuck you. How is it that every time our boss walks in, you happen to be in the middle of an Adam and Eve rant? Seriously, every time. F you guys. I'm fairly sure she thinks I'm a sex-crazed swinger now. F you very much, from Jesse. Well, it only happens once a show, so I think this is your boss's fault. Maybe your boss is strategically timing the walk-ins, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
By the way, put on headphones, you dummy. You're at work.
Exactly. If you learn one thing from this show, it's to wear headphones.
Yeah. All right. Send from my iPhone writes in, I can't get the live stream anymore. It's been about a month since it worked last. Did you shut the stream off? Thanks, from Rusty Black. And that could be a real name, actually.
Sirius Black's older cousin.
Hey, is Terrence the Black still on the show?
Well, he's been around.
He's on the show?
Is he ever on the show? I'm just wondering, is he ever on the show?
He pops in every now and then.
So Ryan and my son and I are driving out here today, and he's like, and he listens to the Disney podcast that JP does.
That's right.
And he's like, I was looking at Terrence's, because he's a real big fan of the show. He's like, I was looking at his Instagram feed. He's like, is Terrence the Black? That's racist.
Well, he's right.
It's not, though.
It was a really pure little moment, though.
Yeah.
Because
it's not like we call Ryan like Ryan the White.
No, you don't.
No, although we could.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was very cute, and
sure.
You should probably ask him to change it.
Well, yeah.
To Ryan.
He's looking out for Terrence.
Terrence, the heavily pigmented. I don't know, what
the really tan.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Terrence the tan.
Terrence the tan.
I think that would be racist.
Triple T.
That seems more racist than Terrence the Black.
Is black racist? Really? I don't think the word black is racist.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't tell what's racist anymore. I feel like if
you can't tell, you're racist.
If you don't know who the racist in the room is, it's probably you.
You're right.
I feel like in my heart, I'm not. I feel like as long as your heart doesn't feel racist.
You're a racist. Your shell is a racist. Your heart.
Yeah.
Usually everybody says the other way around.
I'm a non-racist in a racist shell.
Okay, well.
No, I don't feel. I feel like you can say anything you want as long as you don't mean it. That's what I feel like.
That's interesting.
You just ended with just saying.
Just saying.
Terrence the Black. Just saying.
Just saying.
I'm inclined to agree with you. Like, some things are just real funny.
See?
You don't have to mean them.
There was a whole piece of feedback. I'm not even going to mention. It's a site where a lot of commentary happens.
Yeah.
That kind of internet commentary that's so wonderful. And it's a community of, like, for every single topic on Earth. So you just punch in a topic and then there's a thread for it. And there was a thread just about the BN, which I'm a bit proud of because it's an enormous website that has an enormous amount of conversation happening. And then there was this incredibly long thread about us. And it was about misogyny and racist.
Massaging?
Yeah, misogyny and racism.
Wow.
And
I don't even do deep tissue anymore. So I don't know what's going on.
So apparently, we're sexist and racist, according to this thread. Although a lot of people, there weren't very many specifics about where we were doing either, but there were a lot of people going to bat for us, like, you guys are idiots. Have you ever heard of comedy?
Yeah, well, and a lot of people, there was a couple of people, specifically with that one, they were questioning the original poster of that. And then the original poster admitted, well, maybe not in the examples I gave because I can't find where it was.
But in other ones.
So then someone goes, well, which show? So she goes, okay, or that person goes, this show. And they listen to it and they list out the actual comments and they go, there's nothing, you're actually wrong.
Right.
But nobody reads those.
Right.
Which is why the internet informs in general are terrible because no one reads the above comments. They just read the original post, scroll down, and they start commenting. So
then it just kept like reinforcing itself.
Yeah, it got solved. It got solved that we didn't say the things they said we said, but
Didn't
nobody
matter.
realized, right? And so it's just a circle of dumb. It's an Ouroboros of stupid.
Anyway, we're sexist and racist.
But on the next show, you were sexist and racist.
But only on the outside.
Yeah.
But clearly only on the outside, and I think that's fine.
Yeah,
This isn't
and if
new
we are, we can't
information.
please everybody.
That's right. Like blacks, we can't please them.
No.
All right.
Like women.
Yeah, there's no pleasing women.
No. Or men.
Could you guys quit being such misogynists,
Yes.
please?
Yeah, I could use one.
Wow.
All right. So thank you for writing in, Rusty Black. Oh, wait, this is a whole other thing. I can't get the stream anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's with that?
I'm still working on iTunes is screwing it up, or my company's screwing it up. They keep blaming each other and fighting about whose fault it is.
Why is it when I log into your website, it always says the show is Steve Dressler's show?
That's another issue.
I mean, that guy is,
That's a whole other
I hang out with him all the time, but he's always on.
He sends us a buck every time we put that up.
Yeah, we just keep it there.
All right.
I get free beer.
Maybe I should talk about this off the air.
That's fine. Yes, JP?
No, I was going to mention that other thread about people are saying, why don't you contact them? If it bothers you, contact them and ask them why they do it and whatever. And I checked the feedback as of like 4:30.
Yeah.
Not a single comment. Not a single email in because no one really cares.
No, and they were sort of rallying not only to contact us and ask why we're that way, but to contact our sponsors and let them know that they're not happy about our behavior, which I can't imagine hasn't happened already. It's been like almost 10 years, and I can't imagine that each and every one of you, Sully, has been contacted.
I get a call a week.
And every time you're like, really? Are they? I'll have a talk with them.
The emails are, why can't I get watermelon wheat in Alabama?
Yeah.
The other one is that, why are you sponsoring that show?
Right.
They're outside. They're racist on the outside.
Yes. I mean, I'm sure you know them on the inside, but yeah. Anyway, I've never heard from a single one of our sponsors where they call and they go, remember that dick joke last week? We're not okay with that.
You might have to, pull the plug on this one.
Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm the other way around. I just throw more money at it.
Yeah, for every dick joke.
Yeah, money is a Band-Aid. It's fine.
All right. Jack writes in, Dear Justin and the gang, I'm glad to hear you back up and running again. I just listened to the first podcast from the new Hop Grenade location. Wait, am I allowed to say Hop Grenade, or are you going to sue me now? Yeah, because I'm the litigious one now.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
you keep the little people down. You don't know that?
Yes. Anyhow, I'm sure you already know, but the sound quality was lacking, but the content was terrific as usual. You've probably already fixed it, but I just thought you should know. Yeah, there was a couple issues. I did fix it midway through. Bevo's issues should be fixed now. Sully, you sound great.
Do I sound okay?
I think you sound fine.
You sound wonderful.
Is the reverb up?
Is Bevo in therapy? Is that what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're fixing everything?
That's great.
Almost everything.
Great.
I also want to thank all the brewcasters and your guests. I entered our style 13B Sweet Stout into the California Mid-State Fair homebrew competition and just found out that we took first place in the category.
Nice. Hey.
Yeah.
There you go.
We also scored an honorable mention for the Flanders Red, and I'm quite sure that we would not have won without... Oh, no, he says, I'm sure we would have won without you, but thanks anyway. Seriously, you guys rock, and JP, and we've learned so much from the BN. Just wanted to say thanks and keep up the good work. Lastly, a quick shout-out to all of the slobs, the San Luis Obispo's most rockin' homebrew club. Cheers, and suck it, JP.
Wow. Hey.
From Jack.
There you go.
Okay. Another iPhone app one. Yeah, working on it. I listened to the Garrett Oliver show today for the first time. And I also listened to the show where Tasty and Doc discuss numbers. Never heard... Why the first sentence at all?
Okay.
I listened to the Garrett Oliver show today for the first time.
That may have been an editing mistake.
Period. Garrett Oliver. Period. I also listened to the show where Tasty and Doc discuss numbers. Never heard Tasty talk so much before or since, and I loved it. Yes, I am high. From Benji Brew. Well, there we go. Okay.
Oh, that was him writing it that way in the beginning. Then
I guess so.
Yeah, there you go.
That explains everything.
I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's the weird O from another country. Oyvind. Hi, asshats, and congratulations on the new tap room and shitty studio. I can't download the NHC 2014 Part 2 from iTunes. Is there something wrong? There was something wrong, but it's now fixed. I fixed it this week. You might have to update your podcast stream to get it. So just go on iTunes and click Update Podcast. All right. Here we go. So I've been listening to Brewing Network for a couple months now, and surprisingly, I do find it enjoyable.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are new people listening to us in the tap room now, and they're going to listen to this feedback and go, well, God, why am I listening to it? It all sounds shitty.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good, but most people don't like it, so maybe it's not good.
Nobody said a nice thing about them yet.
It looks like a lot of surprised faces out there. They're surprised they're enjoying it.
Let's see. I do find it enjoyable. The way I learned about the show was through one of my girlfriend's clients. She's a tattoo artist, not a prostitute. And
there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Well,
sometimes.
Do tattoos have happy endings?
I came up with what I thought was a cool idea for a tattoo: a hop grenade. Okay,
that'd be unique.
I see a lot of pineapple grenades out there, but I enjoy beer so much. I thought it would be cool.
Pineapple grenades?
Once my tattoo was finished, my girlfriend posted it online, and her client, who works at a very popular brewery in Philly, asked, "Hey, does your boyfriend listen to the Brewing Network?" So I decided to look you guys up and start listening. So now, even though my tattoo is much different and cooler looking than your logo, I'm concerned that when viewed by certain people, I'm just going to look like a BN super fanboy.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you will.
Should have Googled it first, shithead.
Yeah.
So he got a pineapple grenade? Is that the tattoo he got?
I think pineapple grenade refers to the grenade that's segmented to like maximize the shrapnel.
Oh,
I think that's
type of grenade?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did he send in a picture of his so-cool tattoo?
No.
Well, then maybe he should put his money where his mouth is.
Not only that, but I'm starting to worry that I may end up with a cease and desist letter from Justin, which will end up in the removal of some of my skin. I guess next time I get a tattoo, I'll make sure I do more research. That way I won't have to worry about being viewed as affiliated with you douchebags. Good luck with the new studio.
Are you having issues with is there something like
I have had to
litigation?
send out
Are you suing a lot of people?
5 cease and desist letters in the last year.
Yeah.
2 of them have resulted in like actually having to have my lawyer, threaten.
Wow.
And they've always ended up. I mean, it's cut and dry.
Yeah.
There's one hop grenade, and there's one person who owns it.
Yep.
And then there are people who don't know how to use Google. So they always argue, and then when it gets to the lawyer, the first thing the lawyer says is, "Listen, please, just do us a favor and go ahead and pass it on to your lawyer. Just save us all the trouble. Because I promise you that as soon as your lawyer sees it, he'll go, yeah, idiot, use Google."
Yeah.
So, yes, there's
I could do a whole show with you on this.
Really?
And my tact and what we do and how we handle it.
You try to be nice first, right?
Yeah, it's the put the arm around them, have the conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard of us?
Yeah.
And then you kind of, it's like almost like a slow hit because it's like, it's going to happen. You're going to have to say,
yeah,
can you stop using it, please?
Right.
So we've got something going on. We've got a couple things going on, but we've had several things in the past going on with the name 21st Amendment.
Sure.
And it's because we own the mark on the restaurant and the beer and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, some people have just use Google.
Right.
Anytime we come up with a new beer, we go on, we Google it, we go to, Beer Advocate, and we go to Rate Beer, and we make sure that it's not being used. Then we do like the big trademark search, and you just got to do your due diligence.
And it's the easiest due diligence on planet Earth because there are beer sites galore.
Yeah, you're going to invest a lot of money into like doing your logo and maybe building a sign and doing all this branding and trademarking or non-trademarking, and then you're in this uncomfortable position. We're in a situation right now that's like it's going to take a little bit of time. But
frankly, the nicer ones that I've had to contact, the ones who have been coolest, are the ones who have already gone through all that trouble to start building their brand and order signage and stuff like that, because at least they understand the importance and the expense of what branding costs. It's the ones who sort of, we're just going to do this beer, this one little piece, this one thing. They're the ones who fight with us about it. Yeah. And it's like, dude, it's a tap handle and something that you submitted to the, what is it, TTB, who does the... It's nothing to you. Those are the ones who are dicks. Anyway, let's do a whole show about it.
I would love to.
Oh, it'll be
we probably wouldn't be able to broadcast it. But.
Yeah, right. All right. Do I need to do any of this other stuff, JP? There's a couple more things. All right, there's 2 more. We'll do just a bit more here.
That's all right.
Love the show. It's my go-to podcast for beer, etc. Does the Pale Ale... my buddies and I were having a discussion at Dogfish the other night. Does the Pale Ale even exist anymore? Or has the IPA line been blurred into a weird hop cone continuum? Whoa. And if a Pale Ale does exist, what is the definition of it? Are there session IPAs that could be labeled a Pale Ale? It was a great drinking discussion. Curious to hear your thoughts from Justin. Okay. Well, yes, the Pale Ale still exists. Yes, sometimes a session IPA could be called a Pale Ale. And what else? And yes, the IPAs have taken over the Pale Ale. Yes to every question.
They're still there.
No.
And they're being taken over.
However, there are still plenty, in my opinion, of great just standard American pale ales out there. We had Pale 31 on tap here for a while. I think that's your standard American pale ale. Tastes great.
There's also
not an IPA.
The benchmark Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I mean, that's like, is a little bit malt forward, not as bitter maybe as Pale 31.
Yeah.
Kind of a different type of aroma and all that, but it's definitely out there.
It is. And yes, brewers are sort of taking liberty with how they name their beers now and how they name their beer styles. And I think that's okay. I think it's up to you to educate yourself a little bit, and you can decide if you think it's a pale ale or not.
The robust pale ale category at the GABF. I don't know if that's in the homebrew world.
Is there really?
Yeah,
you're joking right
pale
now.
Ale, yeah.
Strong
in
pale
fact,
ale.
I think Matt's won that with his Union Jack, I believe.
You're joking.
I might be making that up. Google it. Fuck it.
Because you could convince me if you were like, no, not joking.
Yeah.
Chris Kennedy won a gold medal in the strong pale ale category with his IPA. Yeah.
It's just.
I love beer categories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but again, I don't really get all up in arms. Like JP gets a little up in arms about it.
I do.
But I feel like, go ahead and, as a consumer, just know if you know your beer and you're concerned that it's blurring the lines, well, you can interpret it yourself.
You can do what you have to do. I mean, look, I'm 51 now.
Yeah.
I mean, I got probably 15 years in me.
You're lying, right? You're more like 53,
51.
Okay, all right.
51.
Just checking. Make sure you're not taking liberty.
And it's just life's too short, man. Just drink your beer, enjoy it.
Right. Well, but I can see how it was a nice discussion around a drinking table.
If we don't have principles, what about the next generation?
Right.
I wouldn't worry about how we're naming
My little
beers.
son is out there right now in Minecraft.
He's not going to know the difference between a session IPA, a pale ale, and an IPA.
God, the horror!
Yeah, that's why I get a little up in arms about it because if we're in an industry that is trying to get more people in, and we're going through this whole rigmarole for the past 50 years or whatever to assign categories,
right?
Then if we blow those category lines, then the new people who come in and go, oh, this California lager isn't hoppy enough. This California Common's not hoppy enough. Yeah. Then you don't know what you're talking about, and then they complain, and then you get more people complaining about how beer styles aren't hoppy enough, and it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Soon the person
Cats
who
and
comes
dogs
in,
living together. Mass hysteria.
JP's 66, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. I can see him as well.
Get off my lawn. I saw you on my fucking lawn. Get off.
Well, look, Liberty Ale at one point was an IPA. And do you think it's an IPA now?
It is not. Oh, one of the brewers at Anchor wrote a nice article on how people look back now and think it used to be an IPA, but for them it was a pale ale because the IPA category wasn't even invented yet.
Wasn't invented.
Wow. Yeah, as a category, yeah. Well, I don't know. Go ahead, Tasty.
Well, when the IPA category first came out, the Anchor Liberty was probably considered, to be an IPA.
Stylistically, it was approached all those those characters, but characteristics.
Looked at
it wasn't called that.
So beer style names only serve one purpose, and that's to tell the customer
what's going on,
what he's going to be drinking. Right. I think we should go to some sort of envision like four wheels that turn. Right. One will say
a car?
You dial in, it'll say like hoppy brown lager. It'll be and that'll tell the customer what it is. And then you have the ABV and the IBUs. That's all they need to know.
That's more descriptive.
And then it would be really limited. I mean, it would just be, you wouldn't have all these, Belgo-American IPA.
Right.
Well, what's that about?
Well, that's sort of what Rare Barrel said last week when they named their beers. They go, okay, what color is it? Yeah. And what is it? What did we put in it?
What does it do?
Like fruit or whatever. And then what does it taste like? So they're like, so it's like a brown with cherries sour. Yeah. And it's pretty basic and descriptive.
No, I think,
and then they come up with a terrible name.
It's absolutely important when you're trying to telegraph what that beer is to the consumer. So styles are important.
Yeah.
Right. So when they say session IPA, it's low in ABV, and it's got some characteristic of an IPA. Well, if it's low in ABV, it can be the alcohol side. It's got to be the hop side.
Okay.
Yeah. Tells the customer.
That's descriptive to me. I agree with you on that. If I know what a session IPA is now. So, whatever.
So blow it out your ass, whoever you
blow it out your ass.
Ale is alive and well.
Yeah. No to that one.
All right, and then one more. Hey, Mouse Taints, congratulations on opening the Hop Grenade to the public and having your first session with a live crowd in the bar.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that the new location has not detoured you from the asshattery and shenanigans that I've come to expect from the BN, evidenced by you being muted after only 3 hours of airtime. I'm surprised it took 3 hours. Although I found out later that Kevin did not, in fact, turn us off. So we thought we had been turned off, and we got even worse.
What happened?
It turns out we were on in the bar the whole time, but they could barely hear us anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I specifically have the...
So this is being broadcast into the bar right now?
Yeah, but the speakers sound really like... And I was supposed to fix it, which...
Why would you air quote fix it?
Because I'm not probably going to fix it.
You're really busy. I mean, I called up the other day to find out what's going on, and you were like, program the POS system. I mean, you're wearing other hats here.
There's a lot of hats now, and who has time for these things anymore, Sully?
His lawyer advised him not to fix it. Don't make it more understandable.
He says, P.S. I'm glad Tasty spoke up 2 hours into the show. I thought he died and you were too busy drinking sours to notice. It's true. If Tasty were going to die on any show and we wouldn't notice, it would have been last week.
Really?
Yeah, you'd have fell right off the chair. We wouldn't have noticed. We were drinking Rare Barrel beers.
No, it was all about the beer. Okay. You had it covered. The microphones were crowded, and I didn't want to.
We had a lot of people.
Take it away from the guest to interrupt the guest.
A lot of people.
Those guys are great.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk beer with Sean O'Sullivan. We've got a couple of his beers on tap here right now. We got Bitter American and the Ales for ALS Imperial Red Ale. So, India Red Ale, rather.
India Red
Ale. So come on down, because 100% of the proceeds from the India Red Ale are going to go to the ALS Foundation. And come drink beer with us and enjoy the show. It's The Session. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Listening to the Brewcasters. On the Brewing Network.
Since the first time the Brewing Network microphones turned on, More Beer was behind it. More Beer sponsors the programming on the BN because, like you, they love brewing. And like the Brewing Network, they love sharing their knowledge. Morebeer.com isn't just a website to place your next equipment or ingredient order. Morebeer.com also gives you access to free beer information that will make you a better brewer. Go to morebeer.com and click into the Learning Center. You'll find podcasts, technical facts, video tutorials, and more, including access to The Buzz, More Beer's social network of more than 5,000 members. And some of them might even be crazier about beer than you are. Get over to morebeer.com today and take advantage of The Buzz, the forum, the Learning Center, and make sure you're signed up to receive the newest More Beer catalog. More Beer, bringing you absolutely everything for beer making.
As a brewer, you already don't settle for second best. You want great tasting beer and you want great equipment to make it with. So don't settle for the second best grain mill. You want a Monster Mill from Monster Brewing Hardware. Monster Mills are tough, come in 2 and 3 roller designs, and are made right here in the USA from superior materials for longer lasting performance. Pick the mill that's right for you at monsterbrewinghardware.com and take Bevo's advice.
Trust me, it's always better to have a bigger tool than you think you need.
Monster Mills have the best warranty in the business. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Visit monsterbrewinghardware.com now and check out all the mills and mill accessories. Don't settle for second best. Get a Monster Mill from Monster Brewing Hardware.
Have you ever dreamed of attending the World Brewing Academy? This year, thanks to Lallemand and Danstar, one lucky brewer will make that dream a reality for free. Lallemand and Danstar invite you to enter the Beer School 2015 contest. One lucky grand prize winner will receive fully paid tuition to the 2015 World Brewing Academy web-based concise course in brewing technology worth almost $4,000. From now until December 13th, 2014, every Danstar yeast packet you use is your ticket to enter. Visit danstaryeast.com for the details and to print your official entry form. There's no limit on the number of times you can enter, so get brewing with Danstar and get your entries in to the Danstar 2015 Beer School Contest. Whether you want to build your home brewing skills or build a career as a professional brewer, this course will change the way you think of beer and brewing. Enter at danstaryeast.com and get the dry yeast advantage with Danstar and Lallemand Premium Brewing Yeast and enter to win.
Williams Brewing is your online resource for prompt delivery of quality home brewing supplies. Since 1979, Williams Brewing has offered the finest equipment and the freshest ingredients, backed by the best customer service in the business. New items include the Big Oxygen Kit for economical wart aeration using common welding oxygen tanks, and the Unistat line of external thermostats for easy control of both electric heaters and refrigerators. In addition, they've just mashed their new oatmeal stout malt extract, so you can make those tasty winter oatmeal stouts and porters without mashing. Go to williamsbrewing.com today and browse their vast selection. That's williamsbrewing.com. Orders placed by 4 p.m. Pacific Time weekdays ship the same day. Brewing is easy. The Williams way.
You're tuned into this session.
Because life's too short to listen to crappy radio.
All right. Welcome back to the program. Thanks for sticking with us. There's still time to come on down to the Hop Grenade and join us. We got Sean O'Sullivan from the 21st Amendment Brewery in the studio. We got his beer on tap. I saw people drinking it out there.
Dude,
so
this is awesome. I mean, before we went out to your dirty kitchen, and with the recycling that had never been picked up in a million years.
Yes, I remember.
And you walk out here, you've got people here. They're swarming you. They want to talk to you. Tasty's talking to girls, and they're serving you beer. This is amazing.
It's way better, right?
Dude, this is the coolest thing in the world.
Oh, I'm so glad you say that because I was worried about the concept. Is it going to work? But I think it works.
No,
people want to come
amazing.
hang out.
You don't want to come back in here, and then you're like, and then Moss goes, get in here, and there's
get your ass in here.
Somebody's
Yeah.
talking to me, and I got to get back in here. So
it's fun because a lot of other pint nights, and nothing on them. It's just how it's been done.
Yeah.
You go as the brewmaster, the owner, and you stand in the corner, and people stare at you, and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Sullivan, can I talk to you?" And it's nerve wracking, right?
Like that too.
But we do it for you, and then you go out like now they know your personality because they're listening to you. So now when you go out there, they're like, "Sully, what's up, man?"
It's like they know me.
Yeah,
and
I like
some
that.
guy's talking to my son. And he says, "Your son's really." It's just insane.
Nice.
I mean, just stay away from him, though. By the way.
Creeper alert.
You stay over there. All right, we're having fun today.
Where's my beer? I ordered a beer. I thought I was going to come in here.
Oh, Paul will bring it in.
Okay,
yeah, I'll take care of us. Paul will take care of us.
I like that table service in the studio.
See, we got a little bit of all of it.
I'm never leaving.
We're trying a little bit of everything. I got to do our Adam and Eve read. Is that okay to do right now in the program? I think it's fine. Our wonderful sponsor, Adam and Eve, you can go to... I think my dad and his family just came and
I just saw your dad.
Just as I'm about to do the Adam and Eve live read,
your dad.
my dad...
Last time I saw him was at a Bruce Springsteen concert in Connecticut, in Hartford.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We ended up hanging out together for
Thank you.
Springsteen.
Yeah.
He might have a good category to list.
Yeah, he might be able to help with the Adam and Eve.
Actually, I remember hanging out. Yeah, he would be, actually.
Dad, come in here. Let's get my dad and Dad, come in here for a second. Yeah, come on in. And Beardy, you're gonna have to share a microphone with my dad. And,
that's not all you have to share.
Yeah. So come on in and I got to do a live read for it's a sponsor, and when you'll know what to do when we get to the part that we need.
That's scary.
You should be scared.
You can handle this. You can handle this.
You'll know what to do. I suggest that you pretend that nobody you know is out there.
Yeah, can we mute
like your girlfriend's
outside?
young daughter?
Yes.
It's there.
Neither of them need to hear this.
Let's just keep. But don't worry, the speakers don't really work that well out there anyway, so you'll be fine. It says they're working fine. All right, I do need to let you know about our wonderful long-term sponsor, Adam and Eve. If you go to adamandeve.com right now, you can get 50% off just about any one item, and you also get free shipping and 3 free adult DVDs with your order.
Is that like Star Wars Blu-ray edition or like?
Well, no, like it's porn. And but it's adult, and so you get, but they have all sorts of categories. So you get 3 free adult DVDs, and so from categories such as
tentacle porn.
That's probably one of them that's there. Sully, genre, please.
I would say...
Uncomfortable old man on the radio.
Right, his son's out there. Yeah.
Keep it clean, not.
That's great category. Probably doesn't... Tasty. Somebody with some balls in here.
Come on, big boobs.
Big boobs, great category. 3 free adult DVDs. That could be one of them. Moskowitz.
Monogamous married couples?
I wasn't following along.
You guys are a bunch of sissies in here today.
What the hell kind of things are these?
I'm pretty sure that monogamy has never been a porn category. In the history of
we've
film.
been together for so long. We should really stay together and never sleep with anybody else.
Okay, Sully.
Russian snuff film in bad hotels.
That is probably a category.
I've stayed in that hotel.
All right, Dad, from categories such as...
Debbie Does Dallas. Classic.
That is a whole category. Debbie Does Dallas.
Vintage now is
Vintage,
what it's called.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, vintage.
Perfect.
Or Harry.
Perfect. I think I stole that from my dad's sock drawer when I was a kid. All right, and Beardy?
Strap-on.
Perfect.
Wow.
All right. And you also get free shipping, and you also get a free gift so sensual we can't really talk about it. And you get a new gift every time you order. All for using coupon code BNARMY during checkout. Thanks, Dad. Was that well, don't leave yet. Give him. Was that too uncomfortable?
No, it's perfectly fine.
Dad doesn't care.
Well, it's
long-time listeners have heard from my dad before.
Yeah.
They know what's up.
It's fine when you're in here, but when you go outside, do you expect any sort of a percentage of uncomfortability?
Right.
Never.
No, everything's fine. How are you enjoying California, Dad?
Excellent.
Yeah?
Great time.
What did you do today?
Went down to Monterey.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It was a little wet there today, but it was beautiful.
Went to Monterey. Get closer to the microphone for me. Was it like rainy wet?
Yeah, it was misty, rainy, wet.
Okay.
We took a ride up the coast. It was really pretty.
Oh, nice.
Very
really
nice.
pretty.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Excellent. Your dad's here for a week doing California things.
Nice.
I think you guys are going to Yosemite this week.
Tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I've never been to Yosemite. I've been in California my whole life.
You got to get out there. It's
I
still
do.
there, waiting for you.
It's just waiting for me.
You should go.
It's fun. Bevo goes every year. They go camping every year. So I think you're going to enjoy it.
We're looking forward to it.
Are you going to move to California, do you think? I mean, there's a bar now, and I don't know.
The bar is great. The kids are great.
Traffic's bad. Yeah, traffic's no fun.
What do you think when you first saw this place?
Awesome. I was just,
I'm pretty sure my dad cried when he came in the first time.
Did you? Were there tears?
Well, he came in and he's like, oh, my eyes are burning. I've been sweating all day. It's hot out there.
There's still a lot of varnish smell going on. That might be,
It could have just been that.
the fumes.
He just has a lot of feelings. It's okay.
My dad got to meet the mayor the other day because the mayor came in to say hi, and my dad was here, and the mayor told him what a great young man I am.
And did you weep then, or?
No, I kind of laughed.
You kept You're like, Justin?
Yeah, he's like, you haven't heard the Adam and Eve commercial yet, have you, Mr. Mayor? All right, Dad, thanks for coming by.
Okay.
I'll come and have a beer with you. Yeah, do it. Okay. All right, AdamandEve.com. My dad is a good dude. All right, so Sully's in the studio with us today, and let's talk 21A.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, because a lot has happened since we've had you on the show, and of course we've mentioned it here and there when we talk about the beer and different things. We discussed the opening of the new brewery. Although someone else scooped us, Sully, I would have thought of all people you would understand my
First
need.
Jamil,
yeah,
now
and that,
Sully.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought you'd.
Did I not call you?
You didn't call me.
I'm sorry. It wasn't the week you were asking me for.
No, here's when I get the information. I get the information when it's off the record. So I'll give you that, Sully. Because we're friends, you're like, so here's what's happening off the record. But then you never tell me when I'm allowed to be on the record, and someone scoops me.
Well, I didn't know it was a scoop or not, but had I known how sensitive you are, I would have gladly come on the show for a few minutes and told the story.
You know me by now. You should know I'm very sensitive.
Held each other and cried.
I'm excited about is it a brewery or is it a campus? We've had this discussion.
Well, honestly, it sounds like it is big. But it's an extension of what we've been doing. I mean, we've kind of grown. We started with a little 500, in our 500 square foot brewery, our little 2-head canning line way back in 2007. And, we started brewing in Cold Spring in 2008, did 1,000 barrels a year. And then it's just kind of grown organically, which is, an often used word, but really, people just want it. So you just start selling it. And then the great thing about being in Cold Spring is that we didn't have to put any like capital into tanks and whatnot.
Right.
So we were able to kind of turn the switch on and kind of grow it as fast as we wanted to. And now we're at the point where we don't have any more capacity in Cold Spring. And the dream has always been to bring it back home.
Sure.
And, it's difficult. There's challenges out there. We haven't been able to do what we want to do all the time because we want to have new beers, and we've kind of been, a little stagnant in terms of what we've been doing. And, the beers are good. They've come a long way since, we brewed on their old lager brewery.
Yeah, they really have.
To their state-of-the-art 75-barrel system they have back out there now from Gia and their new cellar block and all that. But it's time to bring it home. And we're at a time right now in the craft beer industry where people want to invest and banks want to loan money.
Yeah.
And we've got a nice track record, and we're here now. It's just been great. We're expanding new markets, and we'll make more beer. And
I've heard from another brewery about this investing thing, and tell me if this is your experience too. When you say that banks are willing to invest, what the brewery had told me was, if you're looking to just put in a bottling line or do this like small thing, you can forget it. But if you're looking to go big and really produce more beer because the return on investment is so much, in other words, they'll give you a shit ton of money, but they won't give you a little bit of money. Does that sound...
I asked for a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
So, and I was surprised, honestly, but we had our business plan, and we had all our, we had these guys from Stanford put together this whole, our financials and all this.
Okay.
And so, and a model. And so we asked for a lot of money, and I was surprised at how easy that went. Because I remember it took Nico in 1998, it took us 2 years to raise enough money, to just raise like $750,000, which I know is a lot of money, but when you open your own business, it's not really a lot of money.
Right.
And, it took 2 years, and it didn't take that long to get this money from the bank.
Yeah, I think it's about because the banks see how big it is when you're a stone, and so if you're willing to go big, they're willing to take the risk on you. But again, if you're the investment on a bottling line, for example, which sounds like a lot of money, isn't really going to pay off for the bank.
Had you tried to get any small loans, or is this the first time you've gone back for more money?
No, this is we've had small little operating loans here or there from investors. We were kind of, the first year we opened the 2-1A was in 2000. It was like a terrible year to open a brewery and a business in California. And we went out of business almost went out of business, 4 or 5 times in the first couple of years. And finally got our feet underneath us. And we want to get in this whole canning thing, but we didn't really, we were a little bit gun shy and raising money to do that at that time. So, that's why we started with this little 2-head line. And then
I remember that.
And then we went to the model that Pete's Wicked Ale did, and also Sam Adams did, which was utilizing, capacity in other breweries to kind of bring the brand up to where it is now. So a canning line or a bottling line. We can our beer, by the way, and it's those things aren't cheap. And our big thing, our mandate with building this brewery is that whatever touches the beer, we will not skimp on. And so these are all asset-based loans also too. So the banks are loaning on, collateralizing your equipment. So in the event you go out of business, they can sell it off.
Okay,
and get their money back. And also, I've signed, guarantees, which ones are useless.
The personal guarantees.
You want to good luck with that.
I had to sign one of those for this place too, and I thought the same thing. I was like, I'll sign whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
What do you want? My Volkswagen? It's yours.
Exactly. So our mandate is whatever. We've got a beautiful 100-barrel Gia system from Germany that's being built in Hudson, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Our tanks are these German tanks from Zeman. Our canning line is this KHS state-of-the-art volumetric filler.
Did Daniela have a part in this? Everything's German.
No, but every time I went back to Germany, I tried to say hello to her and get together with her, and she was never available.
Really?
She had a child or something.
Ah, that bitch.
They'll do that.
Well, she did, and then she moved away, and then she got married.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is it from Germany but being built in Wisconsin?
Well, it's a German company. It's a big company, and all the engineering's done in Germany, and the key components, the drives and whatnot. But the tanks are actually fabricated in Hudson. which actually helps us out on shipping because the shipping from Germany is like horrendous. But kind of going back to the whole thing, it's just that we feel like the way you're going to make it in this craft beer world is on quality, and that's job one, and also your business sense and your acumen with that, and your marketing and how you deal with your distributor partners. I mean, I could go off on this in several different directions, but I have a real concern. There's this big bubble that people are talking about right now. The bubble, you can see it out there, and I think it's going to come down to quality. I mean, there's a lot of like smaller breweries that are coming online, and there's a lot of like these, maybe you see them in your own pub. People want to get their beer on, and it's like, it's not that great. It's good, but it's not that great. And those are the companies that aren't going to make it.
Okay, who's going to make that quality decision?
Well, I think the marketplace is going to make that.
I don't think they're that smart. Well, they're not that smart right now.
Well, they will. I think what's going to happen is
there's bad beer being.
But I think that bad beer is actually eventually going to fall off. I think that people,
and it has before.
That means that the customers are going to make a decision. You're going to be able to tell good from bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe
my hope is
how they're going to get there.
The owners of the establishments will make the decision for what they put on, and then the public will sort of know because the decision is being made for them.
So they'll be the gatekeepers.
Well, I don't know that that's going to be the case across the board. I can speak for us, though.
Yeah, because you're different, though.
But I will also say that it's difficult. Because everybody's nice and everybody's got a dream, and you don't want to like shoot down the local brewery. But we have been approached by certain breweries, and we've kind of made a rule. We sat down and talked, and we said, look, you're just going to have to be honest and say, you know what, keep at it. It's just not quite there. We're not ready to pour this beer yet. So I do think that the retailer should be a part of this process, but I do think that Sully's right that ultimately the consumer is going to be the end-all, be-all.
Sure, because who's to say your palate, and I'm not meaning to insult you, but who's to say your palate is what everyone else wants?
You're right.
For me, I wouldn't touch an IPA in my place, but tons of people like it, or some people don't understand that some beers have flavors, and they come to expect that flavor in a beer, and they like the skunk aspect of a Heineken. Right. You don't have that. People don't like it in the draft; they love it in the bottle because they're coming
used to
expect that.
It's the business wherewithal. It's how you deal. I mean, it's a huge business. I mean, honestly, when I was brewing at the pub, for 6 years, then I got out of it because we had this other stuff going on.
Yeah,
and the stuff that you learn, I mean, it's eye opening. The way that chain store operate, get your beer, the way you work with distributors. I mean, it's a huge, big game.
Yep.
And you've got to be sharp. You've got to have great people working for you and with you. You have to have great partnerships with distributors to make it work, because it's a volume business, because the margins are tight. And if you don't have the money going into it, then I always tell when people come up to me and they say, I want to open up a brewery, I want to open a brew pub, and I kind of look them in the eye and I say, well, do you have enough money? He goes, oh, not really. He says, just give me your wallet. I'm going to go to the top of the building. I'm going to throw it off.
Yeah,
because it's going to be a lot easier than what you're about to go through. Well, I mean, I think that you also have to be naive about it. And I think when Nico and I first opened up the pub, we were completely naive. We had no clue really what we were doing in a lot of ways. And then we got into this new business, the distribution, and the canning and the production end of it. We were very naive, and actually, in a lot of ways, we are still naive.
Sure, you're learning as you go.
Because if we knew what we knew like 10 years ago, I probably would have been like, "Fuck it, I'm not going to do this."
Right.
Well, that's a ringing endorsement for naivete.
Right. Well, but it's
my new beer, by the way.
I think that being naive, you guys couple that with a strong dedication to learning the business and going for it. And you mentioned hiring good people. I think that's something you guys have been pretty good at. In some cases, you have hired from within and moved people up, but in other cases, you've really gone outside and brought people in. Is he now the president of the company?
Dave Wilson, he might stop by later.
Is a great example of this, right?
He was the national sales manager for Deschutes Brewing Company.
Okay.
And we met him out at a craft beers conference in Austin, Texas years ago. And he was still working for them. And we were just kind of starting up, and we kind of convinced, and he was, kind of getting out of that. And we were talking about what we wanted to do, and he was kind of like taken with Nico and I, like, oh my God, these guys seem like they're young, they got a great idea, I'm going to kind of go with this. And Nico and I, we always tell the story that we knew about as much about selling beer as making hats, and we would have no idea what we were doing. And that guy took us from 1,000 barrels a year to 71,000 barrels of beer this year. So he's really, and then we've hired other people. We've got Ted Whitney, who used to work for Avery. He's our director of sales right now.
Okay.
We have there's more and more people that are coming. We have a controller now. We have you're becoming a bigger company where you need people to keep their eye on what you're doing.
Of course. And things that you don't know how to do too.
Exactly.
Now let me ask you this. Dave is now, am I getting this right? He's the president?
He's the president of the company.
So what is that about, Sully? Because
what is
to
it
me,
that you do here?
well, because first, now, Sully, when we met you, okay, you were obviously owner, partner with Nico, but you were the brewmaster.
Yeah.
And then a little while later, you hired a brewmaster.
Yeah.
And then,
head brewer. I'm still a brewmaster.
Okay, head brewer. Okay, good. And then a little while later, you're actually kind of functioning. I don't think you ever took on the title, but sort of functioning as the president. Maybe you and Nico in
and I
tandem.
are like the CEO and president. I think at some
and then
corporate
and so I'm
document.
like, all right, so this is what Sully does, and he's managing the growth of this company with Nico. And then Dave is the president. Yeah. What are you?
Nico and I sold the company to AB 4 years ago.
Nobody knows it. Yeah,
I'm just here to talk shit. No.
What are you, Sully?
Well, I mean, Nico and I are the co-founder and brewmaster, and Nico is like the I don't even know what he calls himself now. But the point is that this is the story. Nico and I want to maintain the vision and where we're headed with the company.
Okay.
Dave handles the details of running the company.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still very intimate with the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I had 4 different meetings with Nico and Dave today about 4 different things.
Okay.
That lasted. I've decided, by the way you build a brewery is you don't actually physically build it. You meet constantly. meetings.
Terrible.
It's insane.
And they just manifest the thoughts.
You just and then people go and do stuff. But so he's sort of the integration of all the entities right now with the distribution, with the manufacturing end of it, with the pub end of it, which is very important to us as well.
Yeah.
And he's just the guy that kind of keeps it together.
So you and Nico are the think tank now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that really as a joke, but you're guiding you're the think tank and get it executed.
Yeah. And also Dave's great because for a number of years when Nico and I would not agree, Dave is kind of like, not that we never really agreed, because we always, anytime we approach whether it's a new label or a new packaging or direction of the company or distribution or hiring somebody, I mean, it's always together. We always come together. We never... Nico and I always say we're like an old married couple. We are in a lot of ways. And Dave's kind of like that new hot chick that kind of goes like, hey, guys, really? You want to do that or you want to do that? So,
wait, when I'm an old married couple, we get to bring in a new hot chick?
Yeah, exactly.
That helps?
Oh. Maybe I've been waiting.
Baby.
Maybe I have been waiting too long to get married after all. Shit.
Put that in the prenup.
Yeah, pre-register for that.
Yeah.
So you're still working all day, every day on this vision.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, right now, the top of mind is this new brewery.
The place.
And then also what we're still doing in Cold Spring. So, I go out there probably every 3 to 4 weeks to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Samples are constantly being sent back and forth. We have a whole team now, a whole brewery team that manages Cold Spring right now. There's 2 main guys, Preston and our Director of Brewery Operations, Ryan Frank. And those guys are kind of, keep their hand on the pulse and are talking to Cold Spring every day and making sure that, things are happening, because things come up and we have to end up adjusting or back and forth. So it's all about just managing that relationship back there.
Have you decided who will be the head brewer at the new place yet?
Yeah, I'm actually going to make an announcement today. I haven't told you yet, but it's Warren.
It's Beardy! Congratulations, Beardy. See, I told you if you came to California, things will happen.
Wow, it only took how many years?
Right.
Yeah.
No, the brewing staff, I mean, we're going to hire 25 people here probably within the next 6 months to run this new brewery.
Wait, so it's not Warren?
Oh,
no,
what?
Did you already tweet it?
Yeah, it's already out.
I already
You gotta
told my
take back the
parents
tweet.
and everything.
I don't think you can. In California, that's a verbal contract.
It's Take Back Tweet Tuesdays at the Hop Grenade, so you have to spend all day tomorrow taking back tweets.
Take Back Tweet Tuesdays
There
on
are
Monday.
10 people out there that also heard.
So I'm pretty sure that legally you just offered Warren the job.
Is it?
Yeah.
God, this is fun.
Sully's having a great time being back.
So we haven't hired a head brewer yet. We will hire a head brewer. I mean, we'll hire somebody in charge of the lab and all that stuff too. But really, we're just hyper focused on the small little details of building a brewery, like where are we going to run our CO2 lines? Where's the steam going to run from, and all that stuff. So
the kettle. Did I win?
Yeah,
from the boiler to the kettle. That's where the steam goes.
Right.
Yeah, those are hard problems.
I mean,
that's free.
It is
the next one will cost.
It's absolutely insane right now. I mean, we didn't know. We have like a structural engineer. We have these different engineers that are involved in the whole thing. Architects. You have
electrical
engineers. You got a general contractor. And we're using this big general contractor that builds like hospitals and stuff. Because they can attack what we do, what we want to do quickly and efficiently, because right now it's about time and speed.
Yeah.
Because we're running out of capacity in Cold Spring, and we want to get this thing up and running.
That's a smart move. Just get it done and get the right people to do it.
But it is kind of going back to what we originally talked about. It's going to be a campus in some ways. So there's going to be eventually the vision is we're using this great architect firm called Adlin and Darling. And David Darling is the principal on our project, and huge IPA fan, actually he's coming up to OBF with us this week. And so, his vision is this, this old Kellogg's factory where they used to make, Frosted Flakes and Pop-Tarts. It's going to have an outdoor beer garden. It's going to have like this sort of common area, this event space, a couple different bars.
Yeah.
And just completely interactive experience with a restaurant, indoor bars. And it won't probably will not be realized for a couple of years.
Oh, so the brewery will go first.
Yeah.
That's priority.
So honestly, it's all about the beer right now. We need to make more beer.
Yeah.
Because we're in markets that we want to be in, and we also are trying to keep up with chains, and it's just this machine. You just have to keep feeding it in a lot of ways.
Don't you think?
Really, what it comes down to is my dad. You can get my beer in the Northeast, in Massachusetts, and New York City, but you can't get it in Southern California. And my dad lives in Southern California,
and you're tired of that phone
call. Where's the fucking beer?
Yeah.
And so. Now I just want to be able to go down the store and get it.
With all the bigger craft breweries now, or I should say the growing craft breweries like yours, opening a second location in sort of the middle of the country to distribute, are you going to keep Cold Springs? Don't you think you need both?
That's something we're evaluating all the time. I mean, right now, we're going to stay there as long as we, does that make sense? I mean, but I mean, the capacity that this brewery is, I mean, it's kind of not very, it's 300,000 barrels. I mean, once we really get the thing really churning out. So
that's a lot of beer.
That is a lot of beer.
We need a couple a week here. I'm not even for free anymore. That used to be a soliciting, but now we need to sell it.
Well, actually, I didn't even see my beer in your cooler out there. What's up with that?
Oh, it's there.
Is it?
I'm drinking your ALS beer right now.
Okay.
It's on the digital menu.
Okay.
Bitter American's on.
Okay.
I think the only one that's not on yet is Hop Crisis.
Okay.
Hype Crisis.
Yeah.
That's his next one, and it's about the new brewery.
I'll Google that one. Make sure I can use that name.
It sounds like a brew dog beer.
Sully, what can you say about the malt bill in this ALS beer?
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Can I jump in and do
one question at a time?
To that question? What is ALS? Can we talk about that? I have no idea what it is. To me, it sounds like a sports league.
No, it's a terrible disease.
Not as fun as that,
It's honestly a terrible, debilitating disease that attacks, I believe, your nervous system and affects your muscularity and...
Yeah, it's also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and it essentially, the nerves basically go from your brain to these particular nerves, from your brain to the spinal cord, and then from your spinal cord out to the muscles, so that you can move and wiggle your fingers when your brain says wiggle your fingers. The ones that go to the muscles are what end up, I think, there's a couple of different kinds, types of this, but they deteriorate, and ultimately you can't move, and in the worst cases you become paralyzed, because what happens is that when the muscles are not being fed by these nerves, they atrophy, they die. And so the muscles, literally, your limbs and everything, kind of go to waste. It's an awful disease. Became known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
Because he had it.
And, that's right.
They say he didn't have it.
Not just because he liked it.
Yeah, was his favorite disease? That's not why I got it.
Yeah, he was like, you know what, if I was going to get one.
I heard a couple years ago he didn't actually have it. Because they know so little about this disease.
Oh, right.
Going through his medical history, he actually didn't have.
I don't know that.
I thought that was interesting, but to your point, I mean, they don't know a lot about it, and so this is why we need to
fundraising,
to fund it, right?
So I heard about this particular fundraiser first from Roger, and I don't know if he was the one who kind of started the beer side of it or not.
Back then.
So,
back there.
And by the way, just a reminder, if you buy the beer that's on tap here tonight, we are donating 100% of the proceeds to it. well, I'm just telling Marty now, as I'm telling the audience, Scott, that we're doing that. Our partner, Marty.
Do it on the air. He can't argue it.
Yeah, that's perfect. This is, Sully, since we started here at the Grenade, and Marty's our partner, too. I've done all big conversations we have to have that I feel are going to go difficult.
Say it on the radio.
I do them on the air. Because I figure, what can he do? At this point, it's out there.
By the way, Warren, you're fired.
Because if he...
It's like passive-aggressive, but not being passive-aggressive.
Yeah, I'm promoting. I'm just doing my job. But if Marty were to come back and go, we can't give away 100%, like, obviously there would be revolt in the bar. So he,
are you like table 15 needs cleanup?
Yeah.
This is a good time to mention also that our phones are back. Dad, don't call, but anybody else can call 888-401-BEER and ask Sully questions or just say hi and tell him you missed him.
Good call. 888-401-BEER. Bevo will take your questions. You can also enter the chat room, as always, just by hitting the chat button on our homepage, and you can send questions that way. I've already got a few for Sully. Okay, so tell us about the beer.
What beer?
Well, bitter beer,
not Lou Gehrig's disease beer.
Yeah, that one.
Really
Tasty was inquiring about the malt.
Honestly, I've been taken with this with a style. It's actually relatively new, but not really. India Red Ale.
Okay.
And I like the idea. I mean, when you brew a West Coast style IPA, typically it's just pale malt, maybe some Munich malt, a light crystal malt, and I like the idea of one of my favorite malts is Hugh Baird's 7080. Called Baird 70 right now, I believe. And it was one of the first malts I remember making at Triple Rock back in the day that was in Red Rock. And so I thought about, like, well, why don't we make a beer that, incorporates that malt and then also add some other malts I typically don't use, which is biscuit malt, and there's actually a little bit of light Munich in there as well, and then a little carafa for some color. And then I took it a step further. Actually, I've been home brewing lately, so this is an extension of a home brewing project.
I've seen that.
You should come to my house sometime. It's a lot. It ends up being a party.
Nice.
Where I sometimes don't focus on the brew, but
sure.
I'm barbecuing. We have people over. We're drinking wine and all this stuff.
You must be on good medication, Sully, because we didn't used to be able to have parties at the Treehouse.
I know. Well, that's actually funny.
But now you can?
I used to have the story that, now people come to my house. Actually, Karen and JP were there last time we were doing something. But anyway, it's, biscuit malt. There's the 7080 Crystal. There's a little bit of carafa in there. I think there's a light Munich, and then pale malt, of course. And then bittering as Warrior. A little bit of bittering up front. We do an hour and a half boil at the pub, and then I did all this like late hopping, which I normally don't do. I mean, I came from like this old tradition of hopping where you would just do a beginning a boil and then like 30-minute left to boil, maybe 20, and then a whirlpool addition, then you dry hop. So
you've stuck with that.
No, yeah. So this is a different. I stepped away from that. Well, I did about 4 or 5 additions, like right at the last 30 minutes.
Okay.
I believe Mitch Steele calls it hop bursting.
At the last 3 minutes.
That sounds much more fun.
Wow.
So I didn't do it at the last 3 minutes.
Let's all hop burst!
So it's essentially Centennial at the 30-minute mark, and then it's a Tannum, Amarillo, and Cascade.
Okay.
And then we actually did a little bit of Whirlpool Edition with the ALS blend from Hop Union, and then we dry hopped it with 19 pounds of it, which is a lot of hops actually for 12 barrels of beer.
Yeah,
at least for us. So and I like it. I mean, actually,
it tastes great
because I mean, there's a big thing happening right now. You see with faction beers with Roger, what he does is that you're like eating the hop. It's like there's a lot of hop flavor, and I think that's good in some instances. I also like not to use it sometimes because I think I want to you showcase the malt in the beer. But this beer I think is actually a nice blend because the reason I don't like adding like crystal malt and like biscuit malt to an IPA is that you end up having this competition in your mouth for like you have the sweetness factor and then you have the bittering factor, but
I think that's a category
for
in Adam and Eve.
Mouth competition?
Competition in your mouth.
Competition. Who hasn't had that before, by the way?
Yeah.
I like this.
JP and Bevo raised their hands immediately.
Sorry, I'm getting all serious here.
This is a good beer.
One dude's enough, she says.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic beer. I think you've done well. It does bring out both. It's a nice, well-balanced beer. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I haven't had it.
Very nice.
I like the
you got to order your own beers at the Grenade.
No, but can I taste this?
Have some
I don't want a whole pint of it.
Is this a category now? Is it an official category?
Well, so that's a good question. because I'm curious about that, and then I also want a point of reference too. Is it a category?
That's pretty good.
India Red Ale?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
No. It will be under the BJCP guidelines are proposed.
Oh, it will? Okay.
Red IPA.
And then so that I have a point of reference, is Evil Twin Beardy basically like an India Red Ale?
Yeah, we're calling it a Red IPA. We tried calling it a West Coast Red before.
Yeah.
Get
sued.
Well, nobody knew what that meant.
Oh,
so
really?
Use my wheels.
I would have thought.
Well, we were
people
trying to be heretics and make a new style.
I see.
So
yeah, you're not that big a deal,
right? So Red IPA works.
There's
a lot
great
better.
danger in doing that. Yeah,
Red IPA works a lot better for
about
us.
that later.
Okay, but it's the same style we're talking about.
We use the Baird's C75 7080. Also,
okay,
that's one of that's the crystal we use in Evil Twin.
Okay.
So,
and this is a 7% beer too. It's a big one.
It's 6.6.
Oh,
That's
I
an
see.
IPA.
6.6.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah, it's an IPA. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I think actually, I would almost say like it's an East Coast style IPA from back in the day where people were, they're a little bit more malt forward. But then when you kind of like couple with kind of a West Coast style traditional brewing, or hopping regimen, you end up with this beer. So.
Okay.
This is definitely more malt forward, but I like it.
If you can have a black IPA, and why can't you have a red and a brown? And didn't you say, Tasty, that they were doing Janet's as a brown IPA? that was proposed?
Yeah,
really. Wow.
The Russian River Janet's Brown Ale is the classic example under the proposed guideline.
Yeah, so
they're using it
for a brown IPA.
Yeah,
that's it. I like that, Tasty. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. Imagine that. Did you ever think that Janice would be on the BJCP guidelines?
Really,
that's cool.
Brown IPA.
The people who are writing here are probably thinking we're really the best example of the style is Tasty's Janet's Brown Ale.
Yeah.
Wait. We got Russian River who actually made it, so we'll use it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a seasonal beer. We just sometimes make it once a year. I mean,
but it is. So
it's not an American brown ale, It
is an American brown, but it's at IPA level, so they can't get it in that category.
Okay, it's probably too high for that.
Yes, exactly. No, I like this beer too. I like it's. You say it's got a East Coast balance. To me, that's an ultimate. I think the West Coast beers are moving towards more balanced and backing off the enamel peeling hoppiness that we're known for.
I think that you look at a beer like what Vinny's doing with with Pliny. I mean, that beer is pretty well balanced actually.
Sure.
But there isn't any darker malts or obviously or a lot of crystal malt in there. He's always saying stay away from the crystal.
I think you mean Pliny. It's pronounced Pliny, and
I prefer to say Pliny.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Pliny.
That's Pliny.
Well, Pliny is for multiple. If you have more than one pint, how many Pliny did you have tonight?
Let's not forget it was actually a historical character, and so therefore there were multiple people called Plinies, and therefore
called Plinies.
Yeah. You guys are both wrong. The Y is silent. It's Plin.
Oh, excuse me. It's.
I haven't been to beer. I have not been at beer festivals in a while, so
you don't know what it's like anymore. It's like this. Oh, have you had the? It's a symbol now. Vinny's turned into Prince, and all his beers are now just named after a symbol.
It's just a breath.
I don't mean to interrupt this riveting thing.
Yes, Beaver.
Whatever.
But we have PWise909 in the chat room, and he wants to know, since he cannot buy the beer here tonight, he wants to know if he can hit the chat now button and contribute to the cause.
Oh.
Just cut a check to my dad.
On the chat now button, no.
Probably donate.
Not chat now.
He can
donate
hit the
now.
one-time he can hit the one-time donation button to the BN. He just needs to make a note that it is for ALS.
Okay.
Ales for ALS, and if he would like to donate that way, he can do that. Pint. We're selling the pints here for $6, so he knows. So if he wanted to buy a $6 pint, he can do so by hitting the donate button on thebrewingnetwork.com.
And actually, we're donating 100% of the proceeds at the pub as well.
You are? Yeah. Excellent.
So, and actually, that's not true. $1 a pint.
You see what? I'm new at this. I should have consulted you first.
No, Justin, we're doing 100%.
Right.
But and then it'll be at Faction as well. And somebody was out there wanting to get some of this beer for their house. And I said, look, you can get it here at your pub.
Yeah.
You can get it at our pub.
Yeah.
And then at Faction, and that's the only place you can get it.
Okay. I love
and
it.
actually, this past week at Sierra Nevada's festival.
And then also down at Barclays. But that's it.
Public house,
and next weekend.
And then maybe McMiniman's. But that is it.
But there will not be another place.
And Baskin Robbins.
And every Bevmo.
All right, here's what we're going to do. But that's it.
That's it.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk to Sully about home brewing. I think this is fascinating that he's back to home brewing. Well, let's find out how he gets recipes.
out there.
I would love to. Hang in there. It's the session live from the Hop Grenade. Still time to get down here and enjoy some 2&A beer. We'll be right back.
listening to the Brewcasters. On the Brewing Network.
What'd you get? More brewing ingredients?
Yep. You know what I love about Brewmaster's Warehouse?
The $6.99 shipping.
Well, yeah, but...
Oh, the in-store classes for beginning brewers.
Yeah, that's cool, but...
Oh, the Brew Builder. Creating and saving your recipes online is awesome!
No, yes, but...
The cheese-making supplies.
No.
Oh, the wine-making supplies. Oh, the distilling equipment and liquor flavorings.
All that stuff is awesome, yes, but what I really love is that the guy who runs it is totally hot. And that Brew Builder software is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Brewmaster's Warehouse brings you flat rate shipping on great equipment and ingredients to make beer, wine, cheese, and spirits at brewmasterswarehouse.com. And if you're in Georgia, stop by Brewmaster's Warehouse Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6. Visit brewmasterswarehouse.com today because it's totally hot.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jamel Zanishev, and in addition to my work on the Brewing Network, I write the Style Profile column in every issue of Brew Your Own magazine.
Hi, I'm Sean Paxton, and when I'm not prepping for the Home Brewed Chef on the Brewing Network, you can find me writing articles on how to cook with your home brew for Brew Your Own magazine.
Greetings, cretins. This is John Palmer, and when I'm not writing for Brew Your Own, I'm reading it.
John Palmer, Sean Paxton, Jamil Zanishev. If you love listening to them on the Brewing Network, you'll love reading their articles, tips, and recipes in the pages of Brew Your Own magazine. Join Jamil, John, and Sean 8 times a year in Brew Your Own. And when you subscribe to BYO on the Brewing Network website, half of your subscription price goes right back to the BN to support great beer and food programming. So sign up for Brew Your Own magazine through the BN website today so you can listen and read your way to better homebrew.
Tonight is the night.
We bring the creature to life, Dr. Blickmanstein?
Yes, J.P. Gore. Everything is perfect for my next fermented creation.
But, Doctor, the storm is too far away. We'll never have enough power to isomerize the creature's alpha acids.
Yes, J.P. Gore, we will. For I have in my possession the Tower of Power.
Blickman's new Tower of Power is the evolution of automation. Control hot liquor, sparge, and mash temps like a pro. The Tower of Power is a high-quality gas-fired rim system that works with your current brewing setup. With ultra-precision, the tower can hold your mash to 1/2 of a degree Fahrenheit. Precision and repeatability. The Tower of Power is the answer to automatic, fast ramp times. See more at BlickmanEngineering.com. Bring your next creation to life with the Tower of Power.
Dr. Blickmanstein, with the Tower of Power, you can probably give me an afternoon at the pub to enjoy a pint.
Don't be silly, J.P. Gore. We have beer to brew.
The biggest innovation in brewer's yeast in 125 years is here. Yeast that has never been exposed to the environment. See it for yourself at NHC in Grand Rapids. Pure yeast and fermentation. White Labs.
Hi, I'm Jason Harris, the proud owner here at Keystone Homebrew Supply. We're thrilled to be entering our 20th year of supplying this great industry. And to show you, the Brewing Network Army, how much we appreciate your support, we're offering you 10% off your first order on our website, KeystoneHomebrew.com. Just use coupon code BNARMY at checkout, and I'll get your order out the same day. My goal at Keystone Homebrew Supply has always been to have a complete supply of everything a brewer could want. When you place your order online or when you come into our store, it's our goal to have everything on your list and more. One aspect of KeystoneHomebrew.com that we're really excited about is the ability to fulfill customers' exact grain bills. Do you hate to wait? Keystone Homebrew Supply can get your precious yeast and hops to you within just one day if you live between Connecticut and Virginia, and within 2 days east of the Mississippi. KeystoneHomebrew.com.
Coupon code BNARMY.
I'm Jason Harris, and I approve this message.
Segmented, demented, fermented.
It's the session.
All right, welcome back to the program. Thanks for hanging out with us. A lot of people out there in the Hop Grenade tonight for you here, Sully, which I like to see.
Dude, this is, again, like I said, it's amazing.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun to have people out there.
It's a burst of fun.
It's a burst of fun.
Sully was talking to 3 women just now. I felt really bad having to take him by the arm.
Sully's time to go.
To drag the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was your girlfriend and a couple of girls.
Paul, by the way, works here at the Hop Grenade. He's bringing us some wonderful beer right now.
Paul is a good man.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes.
Paul's bringing us the Jolly Pumpkin La Roja, which is on tap.
I love
That's
that
right.
beer.
Paul, you're handsome and a great server.
Wait a minute, Paul. Was this different glasses for the same beer here?
No, Tasty got
two different
beer.
Yes, Tasty got the Evil Cousin by Heretic.
Tell us about both beers here, Paul. On purpose?
Well, Evil Cousin is a 8% West Coast style double IPA.
Okay.
I love it.
Great beer.
It's great beer made very locally.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Heretic, of course.
And Tasty, you have worked with Heretic before. You've done their Evil 3.
Yeah.
Which was also a great beer. And then La Roja is a really nice sour by Jolly Pumpkin.
Yeah.
I mean, everything they do is really solid, on point beer, yeah.
And I don't see this on tap very often. We happen to have it in the keg here at the Grenade.
Hardly ever.
That's amazing because usually you see it in the bottle. I mean, Ron Jeffries, the guy who owns the place, out in Michigan. I mean, that guy is just really cool. Good. I mean, he's just lights out.
Yep.
Cool bottle.
Good guy. A great bottle. And we have the bottles here available as well, but we just got this on tap the other day. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Paul.
Of course.
I don't want to keep you from having to help out. But, so...
You mean making money?
I wanted to... I don't want to keep you from... Go out and make me money, please, Paul. But the other thing is, you know how I ordered this beer? I went on to thehopgrenade.com, clicked on the beer menu, and we have it updated constantly in real time, our draft list. Mm-hmm. So even sitting here in the studio, I didn't know what we have on tap. So I was like,
awesome.
I'll just go to the website. It's totally up to date.
Yeah, it's real time. Up to the minute,
Could you see the pixel disappear when yours got poured?
Yes, I saw one little drop
level?
go away from it, yes. Thehopgrenade.com, and then you just click on the beer link, and our full digital draft beer menus right there.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Mr. Jeffries on the show for probably 2 years now, and I've gotten to the point where he's now writing me back, which is great. But I
quit talking to me.
I want to get him in studio. I will not play for a phoner with Ron, and he's all the way out in Dexter, Michigan.
Yeah.
So if you guys, everybody email him, deluge him, tell
because
him
he was
ass to California.
He was on the program years ago, and you only get so much out of a phoner. So I think your approach is right, Moscow. Getting him in the studio, he'll open up.
I actually met that guy in Italy a long time ago.
Oh, is that right?
Salone del Gusto, which is a slow food festival in Torino.
Interesting.
And he was out there, and that's actually the first time I met Sam Calgione, too.
Oh, yeah.
Whole stories behind that meetup. But Ron is he's just a straight shooter. I mean, the guy, ekes, passion about craft beer and interesting packaging and beers that he's making. You got to get him out here.
I want to. I told him it's only a matter of time until we can fly him out here and have a town car pick him up from the airport. And he said, well, I'm there in that case.
I think he surfs on Lake Michigan, actually.
Just tell him to get an Uber. It's the same shit.
Well, maybe Ryan O'Sullivan's jet can pick him up for us. If he's not jet setting to Sweden at that time or wherever.
On his way back. He can stop off in Michigan.
It's on the way.
I don't see why not. The G5 has room for Ron, I would imagine.
Well, maybe.
It depends on how many broads Ryan's bringing back.
Actually, where our new brewery is, we have these meetings in this triple wide trailer, and we see these planes landing all day long.
Yeah.
And there are these jets, and you're always looking up and going, maybe one day.
Yeah, the wheels are turning, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, come talk to us. We'll buy like a wheel, like the tire maybe, and that will be our share.
It'll never happen.
That will be our share of it. All right, so I had some questions coming from the chat room for you. Let's go through those real quick, and then I want to talk homebrewing with you. 888-401 beer. 888-401 beer.
Clean everything. Keep your fermentation temperature in check.
The
rest is up to you.
Or hit the chat button on the homepage, and Bevo will take your questions that way. That's how I've got the ones in front of me here. And all right, here we go. My question for Sully. Actually, I think this question is out of date. My question for Sully is, when's he going to record a new ad on the BN. The current one says that they're distributed in parts of California and Alaska, but they've added another. But they've added another 15 states.
Yeah.
But Sully, in your defense, we've replaced that ad with the one Andy Wood created. For you.
I love that one.
So do I.
Because we've talked about coming in here, then when we replaced it. Yeah, that's, I mean, really awesome. I mean, but we have to come in and do something different.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, now that you know you can come out and have a beer and enjoy yourself, and
that
not
might
just
be a
have
great
to
idea.
sit in a dingy studio, you can come do it.
Why don't we just have him say it right now, and we'll just pull it in post and use that as the spot. Go, Sully. 60 seconds, baby.
You have your commercial right now.
Oh, we need Nico.
Well, do we need Nico then? I haven't talked to Nico in years, by the way. We talk to each other through lawyers now.
Yeah. He did a great commercial for Dr. Homebrew.
They did.
That right
yeah,
now.
that one.
That's
So
right.
he's got a new commercial on Dr. Homebrew, a new commercial running for us.
What's that? That's an old commercial. That commercial's like 4 years old.
Yeah,
man.
but we haven't played on the set.
No,
Do you
it's
like
great.
fun?
You like fun? We like fun.
Yeah.
That's right.
We make fun.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because I'll meet like guys who are into the BN and all that, and they'll come, "Hey, Sully, what's up?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "That's right, Cam." And they're like, "You're that voice."
Well, here's a comment that came through for you. I live in Pittsburgh, and I know the address of your restaurant, but I can't remember my work phone number.
And everybody in the room right now, what is the address?
492
7th Street.
563 2nd Street.
That's right.
2 blocks from
implying that we
Giants Park.
listen.
That's right, Cans.
Here's another
Tasty
one
crab
that,
can.
that sort of backs that up, and it's a question. Question. Can you ask Sully, how do you come up with such annoyingly effective ads? Question on this one.
We pay a whole team in Arizona to come up with ideas. And
I feel like you have actually revamped the jingle, right? Because jingles are annoying and stupid because they stick. Yours is like the beer version of a jingle because it just sticks.
Oh, I love it. I actually remember Push did one, which was kind of like a
The
spin.
techno.
Yeah, the techno. I love that one too.
Yeah.
I mean, almost don't even want to do another one because it would come out and be like, we're in 17 states. You know, we'll do blah 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 blah. I like the kind of the lo-fi kind of thing right now.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's very retro. Should we play them on vinyl every time?
Yes, please.
We can put scratches and pops.
Drop that needle down. Play that shit.
You know, so if you were to issue your commercials on vinyl,
I'm going to do that.
People
Going
would
home
buy
right now.
them.
I'm going to get drunk tonight. I'm going to go on to a vinyl company and just make this happen.
Here's a question: where can I email or call in order to express my desire for 218 in Florida?
You know, it's what's great about, I think a lot of craft brewers are having this problem right now, which really isn't a problem, but we get emails every day about like, we want to get your beer in this state, we want to get your beer in this market and all this, and it's going to happen. We'll be in Florida, definitely. I mean, Florida's a great craft beer market for us, and what's really funny too is that we'll see, like, you know, the Untapped app.
Yeah.
We can check in and talk about with the beer that you're drinking there. I feel like a guy talking about the internets.
Well, we're registered on it here at the Grenade. You can do that too. Yeah.
Well, more to the point, you can see what people are saying about your beer.
Yeah.
Right.
So I won't do that because I'm suicidal. But
don't read them.
No, and I don't. Otherwise, you're like Roger Davis on like, oh my God. So I'll see my beer being poured in Japan or in in Norway or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's been gray marketed over there. We don't send our beer there, and so those are obviously like great markets that nobody's tapped into yet.
Sure,
or we haven't tapped into.
That's part of the future of craft beer. I think.
To me, that's the great untapped market for craft brewers. I mean, when you look at the film industry and you see like how much money films make in foreign distribution, I mean, and America sells. I mean, as much as you don't believe it in other countries or what you read. I mean, people want a piece of that, and I think craft beer in other countries, as a witness to like with Stone opening up a plant in Berlin, and whenever that's going to happen. So
our friend Yan in Paris, there's a whole little scene growing there because Parisians want American craft beer too. French don't want anything to do with America except for craft beer and Disneyland.
I have a guy actually, Mike Donahue, that used to work for us, that opened a brewery in Paris actually.
Oh yeah,
as well. And I got a friend of mine in Berlin that wanted to do. I'm going to do a collaboration with as well. So I mean, there's a lot of people want want that export.
So on that note, here's another question. Chris Makes Beer in the chat room says, could you please ask Sully if there's any chance we'll see cans internationally?
Yes, absolutely. That will happen. Okay. I mean, I think that, especially with cans, I mean, you can ship them over there. They're not it's not glass, it's not heavier, but that will happen.
I think it's pronounced cane.
Kong.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of international, even though I know it's just domestic, how's the beer been doing on the Virgin America on the airplanes?
It's great. It's honestly, we don't make a lot of money with it. It's a great marketing thing.
Is that as in zero?
What's that?
Nothing.
It's not consistent, is it? Isn't it only sometimes they have it, or is it always?
It's 6 months off and 6 months on.
Okay.
So I think we share the slot with Gordon Biersch, actually.
Okay, nice.
But we've gotten so much value out of it.
Yeah.
Because the people that are writing about craft beer are on those planes. And
that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, in the way that, I mean, if you don't know the story how that happened, a long time ago, like 5 years ago, I was traveling back from Boston on Virgin America to San Francisco. And I tweeted about my experience. And if you know anything about Twitter, they followed me back. And this is where I sound like a 15-year-old schoolgirl.
That's okay.
And then I direct messaged them. And then they direct messaged me back, and then I asked the question, like, why is it that you have this incredible experience? You have beautiful planes, you've got beautiful people working in those planes, and you have great food,
good wine.
You've got great wine. They had absinthe on the plane, and cocktails, and your craft beer selection is not very good. It's really lacking. It's like Heineken and all that stuff, and so they put me in touch with the guy in charge of in-flight, who happened to be a fan of the 21A, who lived down the street. And their headquarters are just in, south of San Francisco, right near the airport. They're in the San Francisco airport. And so we had a meeting, and we tasted some beers, and I talked about kind of my vision and what he wanted to do. And literally 9 months later, we were up in the air. And it's an amazing story. It's not a pay-to-play thing.
Yeah, it was literally just fans.
And we've, it's still been going on. And we when they talk sometimes about, well, you want to have another beer up there, and so we went from Brew Free or Die, then we went to Back in Black, and the coolest thing in the world. It's almost like I use this company sometimes to sort of foster my personal agenda. So I'm fascinated by airline travel. I love it. I love the whole thing, the whole dance, even security, all that stuff. It's just part of the whole thing.
Okay,
so. My whole thing was that I wanted to the idea was to take pictures with a PR company on the tarmac of SFO walking around these planes.
Yeah.
So that happened.
You got to do that.
And then I was like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Whatever happens now.
Checked off the list.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
How come it's not profitable? Is Virgin pocketing everything?
No, it's just, it's not a lot of volume, and, you don't really, you don't sell a lot. It's not like something. You sell maybe 6 cans a flight or whatever it is. So
right.
It's not like when you sell 3 or 4 cases a week at Safeway.
I buy 6 cans every time I fly. So just
Actually, a funny story about that is that I was on the plane once, and I'm sitting there and I'm ordering my Back in Black, and I'm sitting with somebody, and then I just somehow work in the conversation this is my beer. I make this beer. I'm this guy to own the company. And then the flight attendant's like, he makes this beer. And then behind me there was actually a pilot for Virgin, and he's like, and I bought him a beer.
And he's like, I drink it every time I fly the plane.
Shouldn't the pilot be in the front of the plane?
No. He was an employee. He was just traveling. Everybody settled down, and then then it just kind of started this firestorm of activity. And so it's just a lot. It's actually a lot of fun. It's why we're in this business.
Yeah.
Honestly. If you're not in this business to have fun, it's all about the money, which isn't there. There's not a lot of that, by the way. Then why are you doing it?
I agree. Have some fun while you're at it.
Your fun factor, though, has it been in direct proportion with your money making, has it not? Were you having as much fun in 2000?
Yeah, I probably was in some weird way, kind of weird, walk-in story.
Yeah.
Since your bank may be listening,
way.
do you want to? Don't you want to retract the thing about
there's not a lot of money?
What's that?
But you're not really in the business to have fun. You're here to make money,
bank
right?
is listening.
Actually, I'll tell you this right now. Our bank is in the business to have fun and make money, but those guys that
they're pretty cool.
that are the bankers that got us that hooked up for this loan on this new project, they're totally beer guys.
Nice.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, Mike's
that's going to work out wonderful.
You guys do like the one, you got strip clubs. It's like old AV day where Anheuser-Busch days where you like fly down to wherever.
Sully is nodding feverishly.
I am not never been into strip clubs as far as you know.
He's still nodding.
I'll be in Portland this weekend, by the way.
Fair enough. All right.
I got a question from the chat.
Go ahead.
All right. How do you think the beers are going to translate from Cold Springs to San Leandro in terms of can you make the same beer?
Yeah, so
you're going to be able to pull that off?
That's a great question because when we first started brewing in Cold Spring, we were brewing on their old lager system, and then
then you had to move over.
We moved to the brand new Gia system they have out there, which is incredible. I mean that brewery alone is like kind of amazing what they've done in terms of their local community because they've started this new brand of craft beer called Third Street Beers, and they've made some pretty aggressively hot beers
and successful. And my impression is you helped them do that. By the way.
Well, I think that we were kind of a player in that whole thing, and I think they saw our success and they saw a business opportunity, and they have their staff has changed. They have a lot more people that are more craft oriented. I think the beers they probably will change a little bit. I mean, we're very when you have Cold Spring they've got a lot of customers who are they're making beer for, so and they're very busy, and I think that when you're hyper focused on your own beer, I think that there definitely will be changes. I think most importantly, the changes will be that we'll have more flavors, we'll have more beers out there, and that's going to be key.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's a follow-up question. Obviously, you're going to be growing with a 300,000 barrel capacity. That's
a few years down the road.
Yeah, but I'm saying initially you're going to make a lot more beer under your own thing. Well, where are you going to have hop contracts in place?
Yeah, it's like that's the other funny thing about when you start in this business is that you don't think about hop contracts, and then you start making beer, and then you're like, we need hop contracts.
Yeah.
So that's definitely. I have a couple guys, Preston and Ryan, who are they're hyper focused on that. They're plotting out our growth and where we're going to go and all that. And
JP, are you back rubbing Sully as he's speaking? Because I keep seeing you reach over.
He's actually jerking me off.
I feel like you're encouraging him. But you're doing great.
That was
just by rubbing him.
I feel like he hasn't been on the show in a while.
Yeah.
I want to make sure he's doing well, and he feels comfortable. I want to make sure he feels loved.
So he deserves a reach around.
He's just touching the back of my chair. He hasn't touched me yet.
It's just lightly. It's just ever so lightly. Every once in a while.
It's just letting him know you're there.
Yeah.
Wait.
So he's not alone.
I'm his rock. It's okay.
Now I feel it.
Yeah. It's just letting you know you're not alone, Sully.
Yeah. It's like
no, but I guess the main thing is that we have not been able to open new markets, which I know is like a business thing, but the brewer in me is like, I want to make a lot more beers, different beers, and more, different packages, and just have more fun with that. So
I'm like
you go to Stone Brewing Company, and they have 20 beers on draft that they make at the brewery.
Yeah,
and I want to do that.
Yeah, it's more fun. Yeah. And you want to reach more people with it too.
Yeah,
to be able to make more beer. We're
not in the business. Honestly, we don't sell on price. We don't do all that kind of stuff that you hear about. You're not going to see our 6-packs for $6.99 and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just we want to do it right.
Yeah.
So
there are other brewery models who say, well, we're not going to expand. We don't want to go here. We don't want to go there. And if I can use my little company, even back in the beginning as an example, I was always the opposite. That we want to reach almost everybody who wants us. We consider them fans.
Yeah.
They're fans of. When people ask for your beer, like when they're writing in, when do we get it in Florida? It's because they're fans.
Yeah.
And I hate saying no to fans. So JP will remember, like even back in the early days, in fact, right up until recently, international shipping is a total bust for us.
Oh, God.
It's a pain in the ass. There's no money in it. And everybody, sort of my mentors when I would ask about, because I don't know anything about the retail side. I certainly didn't in the beginning. I would ask, well, what do you do when international orders? And they would all just say, don't even fuck with it. There's no money in it. But I never followed that. I always thought,
why would you not do that?
But wait, we have listeners that want it. So I always thought, as long as it's not costing us money in the end, if these fine people are willing to pay, they're paying outrageous prices for a T-shirt. And it literally was just us passing on the shipping costs. They're paying outrageous prices for a T-shirt. But I just thought, even though it's going to take us 3 times as long to ship the shirt, we won't make a dime on it. I don't want to say no to fans. And I feel like the beer model is the same in your eyes.
Well, I mean, it's honestly, talking about Virgin America, I mean, look, it's impressive that you're up in the air and you're selling your beer, but I mean, think about it. There's not a lot of volume up there, but I just wanted to be up there because I thought we were going to reach all these people.
Right.
And that they would get excited about it. I mean, the people that are writing about beer that are like interested in it, they're up there on those planes because that's kind of those are the planes they fly.
And not just that, but on the geeky side, like you're actually serving craft beer people. Because how many of us get on a plane and we go, fuck I just wish there was a craft beer.
Yeah. Right.
And you're serving that. Like people don't even have to know who. They just go, do you have a craft beer?
And that's actually the other side of it, honestly, is that the best thing in the world is when I see people post pictures of our beer and they're drinking it on a plane.
That's badass.
I mean, because I love that. I mean, that's insane.
I would love that too.
I mean, I was flying back from, where was it? A couple of days ago, I was in Eugene, Oregon. I was doing an event up there. And I was flying back, and I was on can I say the name? I was on United.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I wanted to have a beer. And I was just, I was used to like getting craft beer. I mean, you fly on Southwest, you get New Belgium has their beer on there.
Yeah, you can get a fat tire,
And I was flying back, and I was like, well, what do you have? They're like, or actually even like Horizon. You fly on Horizon, you can get like Jamie Floyd's beer, Nikasi.
Yeah.
And they have this whole thing up there. And they said, we have Heineken and I was like, nah, I don't want that.
And you know what I end up doing? I end up ordering wine, which, by the way, is the shitty wine is worse than the shitty beer.
Yeah.
Like, it's so low quality, but I'm just like, I just don't want a Heineken. I can't do it.
Think, too, about how much indirect profitability, I guess there's a bit from that, too, of how many people don't order it, but they see it. They're on the menu.
Well, it's on the screen.
On the screen,
that.
right. And then, next time they're at the Safeway or Trader Joe's and they see it, and they're grabbing a six-pack.
So it's a cool thing.
So now there's already other craft breweries in planes. How are you going to take it to the next level? I mean, NASA is not sending any shuttles anymore.
Oh,
so
the new shuttle. Maybe it should be.
Who's going to have beer in the space station? You got to get on that.
Warren, I have no idea.
I don't think Sully likes you, Warren.
I don't think he does either. Yeah.
It's funny. Actually, I love Warren.
The door is right here. I can just go on the want. If you want.
Would you mind, actually?
I'm pretty sure that Sully has decided that he doesn't really have to speak with you anymore.
That's fine. He fired me half an hour ago, so we're not on
Warren,
terms.
I have to. He's a sponsor and a longtime friend of the show.
Warren? No.
So what Sully says, I mean, if he says you're fired, you at least have to wait till after the show.
Justin, I also don't like the color of these walls.
Moscow, get out the paint. Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Watermelon red.
All right, here's another location question, but the only reason I'm bringing this one up is because I do find it interesting, because it's about Utah. So I just wonder if you had experience with this. The question came through, can you ask Sully, if the expansions mean we can get some good 2NA in Utah? He says, you can't send us kegs because of that 4% law.
Okay.
But you could send cans. Have you guys looked into Utah at all and been told what you're allowed to send and not send?
Actually, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I know you can get great craft beer in Utah, but we have not looked at that market yet.
Okay. I just find that kind of fascinating when state laws actually end up dictating what you can send and not just your capacity.
Can you send a Bitter American? My personal favorite beer?
I probably could. It's just an interesting, each different state has a different labeling requirement and all that. And some are more stringent than others, Texas. But it's just, we're kind of like, as a growing company, we want to be successful where you go. And also, if people want the beer, and that's the other thing. It's also distributors. That's a big part of the whole thing that nobody really talks about. You think about the consumer that's actually buying it from the store, but the distributor partners, the people that are actually selling your beer to those retail accounts, those are really important as well. And you have to make sure that you have those. Every craft brewer right now is getting phone calls from distributors, and you have to pick the right one. Otherwise, you're going to be set up for failure.
Yeah.
Because in some states, because of the franchise laws, you can't get out of certain things. And I know this is getting kind of like hyper business.
No, but that makes sense.
It's like just because because you're getting emails that say we want your beer in the state. You guys out there that are making beer, the professional brewers that are selling it. Be careful, because just don't go because you seem like you're the hot chick right now. Be careful about how you grow
and who you sign up with.
And who you sign up with.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that at the Craft Brewers Conference this year, where savvy brewers were talking about do not just sign with any distributor. That these folks now need you more than you need them.
Because sometimes it's hard if they're not doing the job for you.
Yeah,
it's hard to get out of those contracts.
Okay, yeah. Good advice to a new brewer. All right,
serious there.
Before we have to go to a break, I didn't get to talk to you about homebrew. I don't want to know much. I just want to know a few things. Like, what is your homebrew system? Are you extract or all grain?
Well, it's always been all grain.
It has been.
Except for the first 6 months when I was down in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I've been actually going out to More Beer a lot.
Get your supplies?
Well, get actually equipment. I go to a local Oak Barrel in Berkeley because, you know, I love Homer and Bernie and the crew down there, and it's close to my house. But, you know, I've got this, I bought the B3 kind of the liquor back mash tun thing. I bought a, what is the name of it?
What is the liquor back mash tun thing?
Don't even worry about it. It's like, remember those Big Johnson T-shirts?
No. It's a
Nicki Minaj.
No, it's the hot water to the mash tun. But no, it's the Blickman. Is that how you pronounce it?
Blickman.
Yeah. I have the kettle and I bought the burner as well.
French.
I really want to get the B3. It's only 7.5 gallon conical temperature control.
Oh yeah, that little guy.
That thing is really expensive though.
Yeah. Well, maybe
I got a 10 gallon one I'm not using. You want to buy it?
What's that?
I got a 10 gallon one I'm not using.
I'll take it right now.
All right.
Get it. Put it in the car.
Come to my house.
Ryan, get it. Put it in the car.
He's like, what?
Quickly.
Bring it around.
I'm Minecraft.
So all grain. And how often are you brewing right now? Because I've been seeing it.
Probably once every 3 or 4 weeks.
And are you just doing it for fun, or are you literally recipe building for the brewery?
Actually, I'm very hyper-focused on a couple of recipes that I want to brew for the new brewery.
Did the you mentioned it with the ALS beer. Did that sort of come out of the homebrew system? Recipe tweaking there?
What's that?
The ALS beer.
What do you mean?
Well, what the fuck are you brewing on the homebrew?
I mean, did you design the ALS recipe off of your homebrew kit?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are...
I was trying to draw the segment out. Jesus Christ.
He's like, what? Yeah.
It's like, did I ask the wrong...
I thought you were being secretive.
Yeah, for a second there.
JP's like, what the fuck?
What are you fermenting in if you don't have a fancy
it's just a 7 gallon carboy. And I put it in my... It's down in my bedroom, which is the coldest room in the house.
Okay.
And but I need temperature control's an issue.
So you like your bedroom at 68 degrees constantly, or
it's
less?
Actually colder 66, than that.
Okay.
Yeah. But Jason, the comforters, they're warmer.
Oh, he's talking to you, JP.
Oh, all right. Comforters are. Well, I fart on them, so
very nice. All right. So you're homebrewing again. That's good.
Yeah, I'll have you over sometime.
Okay.
It's a big party. I mean, we have people come over. We have like...
Ryan, is it really a big party, or are we talking like one person comes over to when you homebrew day? Yeah, come over here for a second, if I may. Your dad is trying to tell us, and I don't believe this because I've known your dad for a while, and I've been to the house, and a party to him was never really a party. Like, not many people were allowed over. So when he says on homebrew days that now it's a party and a bunch of people come over, how many people are we talking? Like 2 or like a bunch?
One.
See, I knew it. One person. It's Ryan and Ryan's friend. That's who comes over.
He might mean the one person is Sully.
Ryan's not even there. He leaves.
6 to 10 people? Did he just coach you on that answer?
Sully slid him a note.
No, I'm serious.
But people do come over. Funny. All right.
His dad, like, if you want your allowance, you're going to say 6 to 10 people.
And Ryan, do you homebrew with your dad at all?
No.
You don't?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Hit his line through his teeth.
Yeah.
He's clearly suffering from jet lag.
Well, I interrupted the video game. He was very. He had the headphones on and everything. I apologize.
No, it's been a lot of fun. Last time we brewed added hops and all that. So
okay, good. Well, I would like to come over.
And then you should come over. You and your lovely wife Kate. Have you guys married yet? What's going on?
Not yet.
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
I am an ordained minister.
I've heard you've married a lot of people. How many people have you married?
Actually, I've married 3 couples.
3 different couples.
Yeah, I've married Claudia and Roger.
Oh yeah,
Zambo and his wife Nicole.
Oh, you did. Nice.
And then our chef Matt and his wife.
How many are still together?
Wow,
they're all together.
And they're all still. You're Sully. You're good luck.
Yeah.
She's out there right now. It could happen.
Just do it right now on the show. I don't know. I'm a patient man. I'm just waiting for something.
For what? I'll let you know when I find it.
See,
wow.
JP's on the same. JP's on the same plan. We don't really know why we're waiting. We're just waiting.
Yeah, Jay and I, we check in every 6 months with each other. Like, hey, did you find the thing? And no, we didn't either. Well, okay.
Let's just wait then.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It's been a long time since you and I have gone out and had a couple beers. So I think it needs to happen soon.
We'll do that. We'll have to talk. We've had the talk before.
You and I have had a lot of interesting talks.
Sometimes I wish there was a recorder for those talks. Because
No, I don't.
You're out now, and we're being recorded. This is perfect.
It's not the
It would turn into a Brendan Moylan show.
It would get gnarly fast. All right.
That's a whole other level.
Well, I'm glad you're homebrewing again, and I'm happy that you came to visit us.
So what it is that it comes down to I don't have access. I'm not in the brewery every day.
Yeah.
When I make a recipe, it kind of goes through several hands, and this is a way that I can just keep my hand on the on making beer, directly.
Okay.
And that's what I like about it.
I think that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
All right. We got to take another break. We're not done with you, Sully.
Okay.
But now you just get to hang out and co-host with us. Is that cool?
Yeah.
We're going to do beer news.
What's he been doing?
We're going to do beer news when we come back, and we got a game to play. We're bringing back Brews Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, that's right.
Tonight
That's a
too,
great game.
where Moscow plays old quotes from the show.
He kills it.
And listeners get to play along and guess who said it.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Call us up, 888-401-BEER, 888-401-BEER, or hit the chat button on the homepage. That's how you can participate and ask Sully questions yourself. It's the session. We'll be right back. Hang in there.
You're listening to the Brewcasters on the Brewing Network. Adventures in Homebrewing have the knowledge and expertise to craft their own gear and original recipes. Some of the things homebrewing.org creates and manufactures in-house are the Brutus brew stands and propane burners, the Serial Killer adjustable 2-roller grain mill with 7-pound hopper, custom stainless steel false bottoms designed to fit kegels, coolers, and mini-sized brew pots. And the BN Army receives 10% off their homebrewing.org orders when they use coupon code AIH10 at checkout. The brewers at Adventures in Homebrewing have designed a huge selection of original recipes for extract and all-grain brewing. Adventures in Homebrewing original recipes are tried and tested, proven to be of the best quality. And right now, Adventures in Homebrewing is shipping 24 of their best recipes for free. Visit homebrewing.org for the most current selection. Once you try one of Adventures in Homebrewing recipes, you'll keep coming back for more. And now, it's even easier with free shipping on these kits. And don't forget to use the current coupon code AIH10. Adventures in Homebrewing at homebrewing.org.
This is a public service announcement.
Hey, dude, I think there's... what's wrong? You don't look so good. There's something wrong with your beer. It's making everyone sick.
Don't let your beer make your loved ones ill. Proper cleaning and sanitation is the key to avoiding puke on your shoes.
But I used an all-in-one.
Cleaning and sanitizing cannot be done in a one-step process. No cleaner can sanitize, and no sanitizer can clean. The amazing chemists at 5 Star Chemicals have your solution. Clean with BBW and sanitize with Star San.
Fantastic!
Your friends and loved ones will thank you. 5 Star products are available at fine homebrew shops near you and online. Put your best beer forward with 5 Star Chemicals, your one stop for the cleanest 2-step solution.
Downtown Joe's, where everyone is welcome, especially if you like drinking and tasting beer. Head brewer Colin Kaminsky's favorite beers are the Tantric IPA and the Double Secret Probation IPA. But you'll have loads of others to choose from when you redeem your exclusive Brewing Network savings. Downtown Joe's is the best brewery destination and the hottest night spot in Napa. Colin invites all homebrewers and fans of craft beer to stop by and enjoy the great food and beer. Whether you're in the mood for riverside dining, live music, or just hanging out at the bar to meet a person of the opposite sex or a person of the same sex, Downtown Joe's has exactly what you're looking for. And now just mention the Brewing Network to receive $1 off your beer at Downtown Joe's. That's right, take $1 off every one of their great selection of craft beers, including the Lazy Summer Wheat, Golden Thistle Porter, and the Triple Dog Dare You. Come to Downtown Joe's and enjoy the laid-back atmosphere of Napa's best brew pub. Visit downtownjoes.com right now for current beers, the live music schedule, or to drool over their delicious menu items. Downtown Joe's, your neighborhood brew pub where everyone is welcome.
When I order a beer, I want my server to know more about it than I do. I want someone who enjoys good beer and loves helping others enjoy it too. I want someone who knows how to pour a perfect pint for every beer style. I want a Cicerone.
The Cicerone Certification Program is creating the type of people who help you enjoy great beer. Home brewers and craft beer lovers know beer is more flavorful and complex than ever, and it takes some serious knowledge to store and serve beer right. Cicerones know beer. There are 3 levels in the Cicerone program: Certified Beer Server, Certified Cicerone, and Master Cicerone. Cicerones are truly the sommeliers of beer. The best beer locations have a certified Cicerone on staff. Relaxed and unpretentious. Cicerones are tested on storing and serving beer, beer styles, flavor and tasting, the brewing process and ingredients, and pairing food with beer. Learn more about your next beer guide at cicerone.org. Certified Cicerone, because it takes top talent to present a perfect pint.
You're listening to the Brewing Network. Because like beer, radio shouldn't suck.
All right, boys and girls, thanks for hanging out and sticking with us. We got a couple things left to do with Sully here in the studio.
I love the fact that you never allowed eating in the studio. Right now, it's a rock and roll free-for-all.
Yeah, well, that's why I kept playing songs at the break. You podcast listeners won't even know it, but I was just watching you guys stuff your faces.
Burritos take a long time to eat.
Yeah, I was like, Bevo, never again with the burritos. It's like a 12-minute break we have to take.
But then I was really under budget.
Yeah, that's true. You did save me some dough.
Totally did the right thing.
So that's nice. Yeah. I like that. All right, you can tune in and watch the video of this if you want to see Sully's beautiful face. It's over. Just hit the BrewingNetwork.com.
This camera is like the shittiest. I mean, honestly, it's like...
Hi there, I'm right here. TheBrewingNetwork.com/TV. I hope you got that close up, Bevo. Did you get that? Oh, try again. Get up on Sully. There he is. There's Sully.
Does his head fit in the frame?
TheBrewingNetwork.com/TV. You can watch
Does
it.
it fit?
Is it HD?
Every girl never said.
It's pretty close to HD. Yeah. All right, just a couple things left to do. 888-401-BEER, that's our phone number, and you can hit the chat button on the homepage, and Beaver's getting us your questions that way.
That's misogynistic.
Questions, yes, just questions.
Why do they, they do have girls on the show, but they call her Beaver. They're chauvinist.
I learned about that doing a sophomore science project, Googling beavers.
You
because
did?
I was assigned to do a report on the beaver, the animal.
And that's where you learned that the beaver had another meeting?
I typed into Google as a 10th grader on my own computer in my room, which my dad probably had like the keyboard monitoring system, so he saw me searching beaver on Google.
And he had a talk with you?
Image search, and it was like... Those don't look like beavers that I've seen before.
Yeah. But cut your wood down, so.
Right.
So, everybody do yourself a favor and Google the definition, the proper definition of my name.
Of Bevo?
Of Beverly.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Why? It has an interesting...
is that your name?
Can somebody...
That is my name.
Moskowitz, can you do that for us, please?
I think Sully's kid's dragging down the internet.
All right, so
Minecraft is like...
Ryan keeps... I feel so bad. Ryan keeps asking me for the internet password. I'm like, you can't, because everything you do, you're like a kid who knows how to do things, and so the bandwidth sucks.
He's Skyping his buddy in Germany.
So
He actually is.
Beverly, noun, is a city in northeast Massachusetts. Also, Beverly is a female or male given name, could be a man, from an old English word meaning, quote, dweller at the beaver meadow.
A dweller at the beaver meadow.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure that's what Sam is. He's a dweller at the beaver meadow.
Then beaver is more appropriate.
He can never get access.
I've heard it said beaver from the valley. It's terrible.
Bevo, does the thing at the bottom of your screen there still say, like, streaming 100% okay?
Perfect streaming.
All right, well, Ryan, you're doing fine. No, he's good. No, as long as that says 100%, we're happy.
Shut him down!
Scott doesn't need internet, do you, Scott?
No, he needs it. Although, according to Wiki, there's another explanation, which is that it's the combination of the words beaver, Old English, beaver was for beaver, and Leia, clearing. So beaver clearing.
Oh.
Like trimming up the beaver.
Also beaver stream.
When is the last time you had a beaver clearing, by the way? Was
Sugar
that
Valley.
wow.
That's Sugar Valley.
Yes,
the last baby was born.
Better a meadow than a jungle.
Sam's like, it's been a long time.
I saw Sam out there.
This is very misogynistic.
Sam's like it's right now. It's more like a beaver dam. There's all sorts of there's a lot of things in the way.
It's preventing me.
Like a rainforest.
Why doesn't this bother me?
All right. Well, what we wanted to do now is some beer news, and I like the beer news segment. Beer news is brought to you today by our good friends over at Homebrew Stuff. You can go to homebrewstuff.com right now and check them out. And I'll tell you what, I got to hang out with the Homebrew Stuff guys at NHC again this year, and they're fun. Marcus over there is a good dude and a good crew, and they take care of you. Go to homebrewstuff.com right now and check it out. What's in the news today, Moskowitz?
Icelandic brewery Borg Brughus has created a beer that gets its unique taste characteristics from sheep dung. Yes, sheep dung. The latest
I mean, why not?
flavor that is sweeping craft beer.
We need new flavors in beer.
The malted barley that goes into their Fenrir number 26 is smoked over burning Icelandic sheep excrement for several hours, resulting in a brew that is, according to brewmaster Slutiger Jean Brooksungen.
That was awesome.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know him.
He says it's a lightweight IPA with fresh citrus and hop notes. Then comes a bit heavier taste from the... well, you know.
Is this an Onion news story? Come on. Now we're making beer with shit.
Well, it's not even the first time. I mean, if you guys recall, the Beer Geek Brunch Weasel beer from McKellar was made with Vietnamese Café Con coffee, which is beans that have been passed through a cat.
I remember that.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember that.
They do say that there are plans to import the Fenrir number 26 as soon as the FDA approves it, but it is not yet here. Thank God for small favors.
Wow.
There was one beer podcast that I saw guys drink a beer that had a raccoon penis in the bottle.
Wasn't that us?
Oh yeah, it was you guys. That's weird. Yeah, I saw that.
Why?
And
First
that would be me drinking the raccoon.
You
dick.
did.
We started all that nonsense. Brewdogs.
That's the most Dick Bevo's had. Never mind.
That's fine. Put your headphones on. Put your headphones on.
Over there, Ryan.
Ryan, you got to put your headphones on.
And turn it up real loud.
Whatever you were listening to, turn it up twice.
This is a new move. I mean, it's
He's doing some parenting over here.
I've heard about it in other contexts too. Like there's the whole it's coffee, I believe, that you can pass through an elephant. That's a thing too, right?
There's all sorts of things.
Delicious.
When are we going to start questioning these activities?
I've been questioning for a while.
When they become new beer styles, that's the concern.
And now in Double Dung, PA,
this is made
the gold goes to.
I loved it. The dung aspect was well balanced.
Yeah,
with the bitterness.
You know, if you really have to add the dung late into the boil, because if you do it,
it's called dung bursting.
I prefer dry dung bursting.
Dung bursting.
Well, because you don't want dung bitterness, you just want dung flavor.
It's like after you eat Taco Bell, it's dung bursting.
So one-dimensional with the dung flavor.
Yeah.
So
if you do it too early.
Whenever I try a new dung beer, I chart it on undunged.
Yes.
It's uncrapped.
Yes.
It's my uncrapped, and it's I got my fourth level wipe system.
I just checked in on sewer beer.
Yeah. Congratulations, you got another wipe.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You just won the Charmin badge.
I fully want that badge.
Maybe
Has a lot of nut characteristics.
You're right.
Oh, Bevo.
Well, I think cream ale is the first dung
actually.
beer because it's got a nice corn character.
Enough.
God, you too.
We could be misunderstanding what they mean, the BJCP, by brown IPA.
Yeah, I guess we could. Oh, it's terrible.
Casey is shaking his head no on that one.
All right.
Move on.
That's on the list of classics.
I will not comment on that. Vinny, I'm sorry.
Jay LaFountain.
Tasty doesn't want to offend any breweries that he might have to attend.
Yes. Jamil's probably listening. He listens to all these shows, you know that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
He should call in for the game later on. I'm thinking he should play.
Is he listening? Is Jamil listening?
I don't know if he listens live. He listens when he hits the road.
He listens a lot of live.
Oh, he does?
He does.
All right, JC, come play.
He's one of the 47 listening.
Bruce line, is it? If you, it'll be in the next break. All right, what's next?
Jay LaFountain was fined for allowing a flight of beer to be served at his Vermont restaurant. Though new legislation now allows him to do so legally. Vermont laws is now passed. Previously, it was illegal for bars and restaurants to offer flights. Only breweries were allowed to offer them. But Governor Pete Shumlin touted Vermont's willingness to change the law as an indication of how much the state values its growing number of craft breweries, 34 and counting, Hill Farmstead's out there, and many others
We have some Hill Farmstead beer on tap, or at least we did recently.
What was on?
I don't know. Was there Saison or something?
Nice.
Yeah, we had a nice beer.
Love that place. Anyway, so you can have a flight now if you have a brew pub or a restaurant or a bar out there. The governor conceded that he was slow to pick up on the craft beer movement. He was once quoted as dismissing craft beer as Gucci beer while declaring his love of Budweiser. Seems he has turned a new leaf, though, and you can now have a flight in Vermont.
Well, apparently Anheuser-Busch pulled their funding for his next campaign.
Once he got elected, craft beer.
He realized that craft beer is all right after all. All right.
All right, let's go on to another one. Congratulations, Vermont. And now at Marshall Wharf Brewing Co. on the Belfast, Maine waterfront, they're making a seaweed beer now. Now, I brought this up because isn't all beer, if you have clarifier in there, does that mean you're making your beer with seaweed?
No. If you use isinglass.
Sure. And so what you're thinking of on the homebrew side, I mean, that happens quite a bit, that homebrewers will use.
Whirlflock is essentially a seaweed.
Whirlflock.
Isinglass is fish.
But in the professional brewery, Sully, clarifier like Whirlflock isn't thrown into the boil,
that's a seaweed kind of thing. So,
but it's not used in most professional breweries, is it?
No, actually, we use it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You throw it right in the kettle like we do?
Just throw it right in the kettle.
Wow.
Yeah.
At what point in the boil does it go in the kettle?
We do it at 2.5 seconds before we cut the kettle off.
See, it must be precisely that, or it turns into octopus.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they sprout forth.
The brewmaster here at Marshall Wharf, David Carlson, he's using it, I guess, in a different context. And he's dumping about 6 pounds of dried kelp, which is about 60 pounds of wet seaweed, into his 200-gallon batch of Scotch ale called Seabelt. Carlson knew he'd get some iodine from the sugar kelp and some salt to counterbalance the Scottish peat smoked malt in the beer, but he worried that if the kelp introduced too much of a polysaccharide called carrageenan, the beer would end up thick like a milkshake, and no one is quite sure how it's going to turn out. Although a few weeks later, they say the first batch is done, and Sam Calagione, who else, gave it a taste test and called it a nice beer.
I think that maybe I'm pretty sure that you didn't add enough of the Pacific Ocean to this beer, and maybe if also you could add a dead seal, it would truly be a.
I am dry kelping at 1.5 pounds per barrel.
Yeah,
is that before or after the dung?
All right, now let me get this straight. It has both peat smoked malt.
There's a lot going on with that beer.
And dried kelp.
That's correct.
That sounds like the worst beer.
I can see like the salty aspects. Have
you ever walked on the beach in Northern California where the kelp is like sitting and drying and rotting?
Yeah, I like that smell.
It's awful.
Do you want to drink that smell?
Well, that's not. I mean, this is dried kelp. It's it's not like rotting.
It's not the rotting beach.
It's got the essence of kelp.
And then the peat malt tasty. Are you going to defend that too?
Tasty is in the kelp industry now.
It's on the East Coast. People over there have an odd sense of palate. Their palates are all jacked up all kinds of ways.
Now, of course, I'm saying this without tasting it. I mean, that's plenty of times.
It could be great.
Yeah, I expect the peat side the flavor of the kelp.
Nice beer?
Yeah.
Calagione said, it's a nice beer. He said he gets a lot of caramel notes early in the taste.
Okay, well, then the rest of it's like a piece of shit.
That's the most bland opinion one could ever have on a beer. That's like the throw-out
I'm
opinion.
feeling like next time, if you actually eat caramels
Sam should be
and
a
then
blogger.
pass them through your body and put them into the beer, that would be more in line with a...
Sam, what do you think about my beer?
Well, I'm getting a lot of carbonation. The petulant tastes very nice. On the top, there's the foam.
I feel like it's at least 90% water.
And there's some malt flavors which kind of end with the bitterness.
I don't know why Sam all of a sudden has become.
Sam, I love you. If you're listening, I love you.
I love it.
We're going to do that collaboration we talked about years ago outside the Tornado. It will happen.
Can you just make my checkout?
I guarantee he's
can
not
I go
listening.
now?
Maybe he is, Bevo.
I feel like if we're going to do the Tornado collaboration, we actually need to put a bum into the beer.
We're gonna do something quite unique with the with the fermentation. We're gonna scream at it and totally ignore it for 10 hours, and that way you'll get the sense that you're actually in the Tornado, because the yeast will have the worst service ever, just like the Tornado does.
Eventually, the yeast will yell back at you and tell you to stop being such a douchebag.
Yes. And then that's when we know we'll have achieved greatness, unlike the tornado.
Oh, I like it still. I haven't been to the tornado in a while.
You want to hear my tornado story?
Why. Yes, I do.
So my tornado story goes like this. Years ago, I went in there and saw the big beer board, and Johnny Harris was working behind the bar, and which he now owns
Molotovs.
Molotovs. And actually, no, it's Bender's.
Bender's, that's right. Now Molotovs. Bender's.
So I'm like, and I hadn't had an anchor steam in a long time. And I said, Johnny Davis, excuse me. And I said, hey, Johnny, why don't you give me an anchor steam? And he looked at me right in the eye and he goes like, what are you, a fucking tourist? and then I kind of sorry, Ryan. And I kind of like went like, all right, just give me a Pliny.
I'll have a
Pliny.
You caved to the shitty bartender.
I'll have a Pliny.
Oh,
it was a great moment. It was a good moment.
That sounds wonderful.
All right, what else?
Last one, we'll do a photograph of a concession sign advertising beer sales at a youth baseball tournament in Wisconsin caused an uproar last week. The photograph, which was posted on a Twitter account that has since been deactivated, shows the price of beer by the can, $2, 12-pack, $20, or case, $35. The backlash caught Sandy Dahl, the president of the Freedom Athletic Association, by surprise. She said, we do have weekends where we have youth organizations, and the directors are licensed bartenders, and they will sell cans of beer. She said it's legal. We have a license for it. We check IDs. The Freedom Athletic Association, FAA, installed a security system that has cameras at every concession stand throughout the park to ensure compliance with regulations.
Yeah.
The fierce criticism centered on the selling of the beer by the case, though the FAA says they've been in existence for 60 years and has been selling beer that long. In this way, and she said this is the first time the group has come under criticism.
Well, of course, because somebody found out about it, and I don't think you're adhering to regulations, and we have some strict guidelines for this. Has anybody died? No. Has anybody anybody been in trouble? No. Is it perfectly safe? Yes. Well, still, you're not following the guidelines set forth in Section 89555.
How ironic is it that the city is called Freedom?
Yeah. Freedom. So listen, freedom isn't free. I don't know if you know that, but Regulation 798 says that freedom is not free. You must follow these regulations.
It costs $1.05.
Yeah, it's $1.05.
Yeah, another quote from the director here: if we sell it so that a grandparent wants to come down and have a case of beer while they're watching their grandchild,
yeah, why wouldn't Grandma want a case of beer?
I added the case part. She just said a beer,
okay.
But if they're selling it by the case,
yeah,
right.
Anyway,
then what?
So she doesn't want the grandparents to come down and watch their grandchild play.
No,
the game?
That's racist.
She just wants them to be drunk when they do.
Oh,
that's how I want to be when I'm a grandparent.
Have you watched?
Who wants to watch
sports?
those shitty little kids run around anyway?
Yeah,
you got to be drunk.
Need something to make it fun.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. That is the news brought to you by our friends at homebrewstuff.com. It is July, and they are celebrating the freedom, ironically, to homebrew on the heels of Independence Day here. They've got kits, kegs, kelp, and more at homebrewstuff.com. Check them out.
That sounds
how do
great.
I sponsor that stuff? How does that work here?
A segment?
Yeah. I've never been asked to before.
Well, Sully.
Email
send you the price list.
brewingnetwork.com.
We have a strange person staring at us.
First, we'll have to know how big that bank loan was, and then we'll send you the price list.
Yeah.
You actually get a segment every now and then.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Sometimes you get feedback. Sometimes you get. You do get. It's part of your package.
Have you played my my commercial in the show yet?
I did play it tonight. Would you like to hear it now?
Yeah, I want to hear it now like 4 times.
Actually, it is coming up in this break. Now that I look at
it, sounds like you programmed this thing like months ago. The way
now that I look at this, it's about to happen. Yeah, it's right after the Love Boat.
It's about to go down.
All right, here's what we'll do. We'll take a quick break. Bevo, you have to stay at work during the break. Call in 888-401-BEER. We're going to play Brews Line. Is it anyway? When we come back, and we need 4 contestants on the phone lines. 888-401-BEER. Stay tuned. Sully's new commercial is on air now. It's The Session.
You're listening to the Brewcasters.
The Brewcasters
on the Brewing Network.
Whether I'm making me dry stout or rebuilding me kegs, I head to the heart of dear Dublin for me homebrewing supplies.
You head all the way back to Emerald Isle just for a wee batch of grain or a bit of keg tubing?
No, you moronic waste of liver. Dublin, California. I go to HopTech.
For 30 years, HopTech in Dublin, California has been supplying homebrewers with malt extract, fresh grains, hops, spices and sugars, hop oils and extracts, and much more. HopTech is one of the first homebrew supply shops on the internet and is proud to offer award-winning award-winning beer kits, both online and in their store, where they offer a 10% discount to all AHA members. The store is open every day except Wednesday, or shop online at hoptech.com anytime. Hoptech is run by passionate, award-winning brewers who live, love, and travel for beer and bring their experience to the store for you.
If you don't want to visit Dublin, just call toll-free 800-379-4677 or go to hoptech.com.
Visit Hoptech today in Dublin, California, and at hoptech.com.
The 21st Amendment.
Watch out!
Do you like beer? They make beer.
Watch out!
Do you like friends and fun? They make friends and fun.
Watch out!
Do you still like to have a good time? The 21st Amendment.
Watch out!
The 21st Amendment in San Francisco, located at 563 2nd Street, 2 blocks from the building where baseball is seen and played. Try their beers in the pub or try them in the can, featuring Monk's Blood. Made with real monk.
Watch out!
So why not have the best time of your life? Go to the 21A and Sean O'Sullivan will personally greet you with a can of Monk's Blood. The 21st Amendment.
Watch out!
This advertisement is not in any way affiliated nor associated with the 21st Amendment Bar and Pub, nor its subsidiaries or affiliates. This telecast is not copywritten by the 21st Amendment for the private use of the Brewing Network. Any use of this telecast without Jamil Zainashev's consent is prohibited. Suck it, Jim.
Are you a member of the American Homebrewers Association? Well, you should be. Members of the AHA can focus on brewing beer, and the AHA takes care of the rest. The American Homebrewers Association advocates on behalf of homebrewers like you to legalize the hobby in all 50 states and make sure that beer laws make sense. Plus, there are many great benefits that come with your AHA membership, like AHA member deals that give you awesome deals at bars, restaurants, breweries, and more. Zymergy Magazine and eZymergy for tons of articles, how-tos, easy-to-follow recipes, and news about the hobby you love, and access to the members-only content on homebrewersassociation.org. But the AHA can't do it without your support. Join today so the American Homebrewers Association can keep fighting for your homebrewing rights. Visit homebrewersassociation.org or join now from the homepage of the Brewing Network website. Relax. Don't worry. It's the American Homebrewers Association.
Hey, my brewing brothers and sisters. This is Jamel Zainashev, and I want to tell you about Heretic Evil Twin. You might be familiar with my homebrew recipe, which uses massive late hopping to create a balance between the malty sweet and the hoppy bitter, along with an outrageous malt and hop character. I wanted a beer with the same bold hop and malt character, so we played around with the homebrew recipe until we were able to make a great commercial version, too. We've created a beer rich in malt character, full of caramel, toast, biscuit, and an ever so subtle roast note. On top of that, we piled in an insane amount of Citra and Columbus hops at the end of the boil, as well as in dry hopping. This damn-the-cost approach to hopping gives Heretic's Evil Twin a great blast of citrus and tropical fruit that can't be matched by any other hop. The result is a bold, malty, hoppy, but easy-drinking beer. This is our top seller, our flagship beer, and I couldn't be prouder of it. Cheers.
To find Heretic beers near you, click on Find Some at hereticbrewing.com.
Hey, Wooly, I'm beat. Can we find a nice tree to just hang out in for a while?
You're beat. I've been swinging through this forest for 50 years, ever since we first escaped from the circus. I know, but there's got to be more to life than exploring this creek and trying to populate the valley by copulating with loose, hairy girls. Marquis, stop. Look.
What is that?
It looks like a man-made treehouse.
With fresh food.
And craft beer.
Welcome to the Creek Monkey Tap House, boys. Grab a seat. Creek Monkeys drink free.
Awesome!
The Creek Monkey Tap House in Martinez, California takes their mission of fresh food and beer seriously. They only serve locally raised beef and chicken, as well as local sustainable produce. It's better for you and the planet, and it just tastes better. The beer and wine at Creek Monkey Tap House are chosen with the same care for the highest quality and rotate frequently to make each visit an adventure. Swing on into the Creek Monkey Tap House and enjoy a new legend of amazing food, beer, and wine. The Creek Monkey Tap House, online at creekmonkey.com.
888-401-BEER.
It's time to talk beer and chew bubble gum.
And we're all out of gum.
The Session.
All right. Welcome back to the program, and thanks for hanging out with us. It's been a fun night here at the Hop Grenade. We got a few things left to do here, and then it's time to call it a night. And Sully, I feel like I feel like I never want you to leave. It's been nice to have you back.
I'm actually going to be your unofficial co-host from
Would
now
you
on.
please?
I'll be here every week.
So, Beardy, it turns out you actually are fired. Sully's going to be our new unofficial.
One night. Candy's at home going, yay!
No, she doesn't listen. She won't know until tonight when I get home.
Well,
what happened, honey?
Would it be okay if you're still our mascot and just not our co-host? What do you think? Is that okay?
Well, you took my beard off of the website. And
I did.
You're kicking me off of the show.
I am. So you're good, right?
What do you
That's
need?
okay, right?
How am I your mascot?
The point is,
I feel like if you just stand in the room in some area.
You told me to be here.
We moved your desk to the basement.
It's fine.
We don't want you to talk. We just want you to be here.
It's going to be fine.
Sully, okay. Sully, it goes like this.
It'll be fine.
Sully will come in, he'll tug on your beard, and go to his seat.
Okay.
And then we'll point and laugh at you. And then occasionally we'll give you a little punch in the gut.
You're not being let go. It's an opportunity for you.
Yes.
It's a growth opportunity.
You're growing.
Oh.
And we're gonna
like George Clooney and Up in the Air. Look,
right.
This is an opportunity to find yourself.
Sully makes it sound a lot better than what you're saying.
Than what I say?
Yeah.
That's why he's so successful.
Yeah, right.
But all those things that Justin said are couched in or are part of what Sully said.
Oh, wait, so what Justin says is still happening.
Yeah,
well,
of course, yeah.
You're not,
but I feel better about it coming from Sully.
Here's what
Correct.
it is. Here's what it is. Here's what it is.
Go ahead.
Justin is saying the context.
Yeah.
Sully is putting it in no, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Other way around. Justin is saying the content. Sully is putting it in context.
Right.
So you have to look, in order to be a good person, you have to look in the context of things. So in order for you to be, your beard
so you
to
just
be
called Justin not a good person.
Correct. Yes. He's a terrible person.
Right, okay.
But for your beard to be tugged on, like we're ringing in the fucking opening of the trading for the day.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. That enables you to be a better person.
Look, Warren,
you're welcome.
The bottom line is you're fucking out of here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You're fucking
But
out.
see, I still like when you say it.
Okay, I'll say it
better
again.
than when Justin says it.
Listen,
so we're good?
Opportunities here for you.
So everybody's good?
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, success. Yeah. Great.
I love management.
Well, we'll see you next week, Beardy.
All right. I'll be back.
Maybe.
All right. It's time for Brew's Line Is It Anyway? And the way this game goes is that Moskowitz has gone back to the old shows and pulled out clips from the shows, and our contestants have to guess which brewcaster or guest, right?
For this game, no guest. The categories are Justin, JP, Doc Tasty, Bevo, or a caller.
Okay.
Good caller.
So let's meet our caller contestants for the night. We'll start with Scott from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Scott, are you with us?
Wow. No, my family's from Pittsburgh.
Hello.
Hey, Scott. How are you, buddy? Was that you?
Hello.
Scott? Hi, Scott.
Oh, some up with the phones?
Uh-oh.
They can't hear us.
Uh-oh. Well, let's try another one. Let me put Scott on hold. Forget how to use the phones myself. And we'll go to... Oh, I wonder if it's...
I just want to say that I didn't do it.
No.
I got to tell you, Pittsburgh is great. Pittsburgh is where my family is from. So I'm excited to have a caller on the line if we can hear them from
Let's try Mo Brewer on line 2. Mo, can you hear us? Oh, disaster.
What's with this thing? Huh?
Maybe the problem isn't them.
No, it's not them.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to say Pittsburgh is great.
Hello. Who's that? Who's that prophet? I heard a prophet speaking.
That was me actually talking, I think. That was a delay.
Yeah.
No, this one's me, and I can't fix it without pulling apart the desk because it's all underneath there. Although I don't know why it wouldn't... Let me see. Let me kill this here.
Do you want have them call your cell phone and then we just put it on the that way?
925. Each one of our cell phones.
For a second, I was actually going to suggest they call my cell phone, but realized that was probably a bad idea.
415.
Give out those digits anyway.
Stop it.
Give them out anyway.
Stop it.
Hey, Mo Brewer, can you hear me?
I'm going to give you up.
Here, I got him right
Casey's,
here.
Okay, they can.
We can call him back.
Hang on. Somebody talk about something for 1 second.
Okay, well, Pittsburgh, amazing beer town. Honestly, for a long time, was there was all about case law back there, and six packs are coming on the scene right now.
Wait, what's case? What's case law?
Case law, because you had to go and buy you had to go to a distributor and buy a case of beer, so you couldn't buy a 6-pack. Yeah,
I thought it was some cool food or something.
No, distributors you could only go and buy a case of beer. You couldn't buy a 6-pack or a single serve. Those laws are changing.
Yeah.
So there's, it's kind of a old blue law, and I feel like Justin is actually literally like putting a spark plug in his engine right now.
Ooh, I think I might have it. I might be able to fix this.
Oh, he's surprised at himself.
Oh, except that I've all the adapters that I need in the other. All right,
Here, you want to just use my phone?
I've done this before.
No, I need this one.
Oh,
you're going to lose headphones.
All right, that's fine.
Let's try it.
Sully, you want to plug me in
for this? This is what it looks like fixing the Westie on the weekend.
Over there.
Here you go.
Maybe the second one there. Yeah, hella sick. Hella sick. Turn me up. Turn up my headphones. I can't. Okay, my headphones are too loud. My headphones are too loud.
Right here?
Maybe a little bit.
Right here.
No, turn my headphones.
Right there?
All right, we're going to try this again. Let's see if this works.
Fingers crossed.
Let's go to Scott in Pittsburgh, PA. Can you hear me?
No, turn me down.
I can hear you now.
Oh, there we go! Victory for Crosley!
That's a professional.
Quite
Right
the
on the
MacGyver
fly
guy.
like that.
Wow.
MacGyver that shit out of that.
That was really impressive. I'm actually finding you kind of hot right now.
Thank you, Bevo.
Bevo, I'm finding him kind of hot right
Thank you, Sully. I'll take it. Would you both like to train me?
Yep.
now. What do you mean by training?
How to use the board in the next second.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, if you both. Wow. Yeah, that was
Wow.
fun. That was cool. Way to keep your composure. I'm just going to talk to myself for a second.
Yeah.
Way to keep your composure, Crosby.
Your dad's weeping out.
My dad's
in the hospital. He's so proud of you.
No need to call Steve tonight. So good job.
Yes, Jay.
And,
you need to celebrate the win.
celebrate the win. Thank you, JP. Celebrate the win.
Yes. Good job, buddy.
All right.
Well
Thank you. Wow, I feel good about that.
you should.
Well, you're ugly. You're ugly and you smell.
All right, Scott from Pittsburgh, PA. Welcome to the program.
Yeah.
Having me.
It doesn't work now.
You're welcome. It's not working. God! Oh no, everything's perfect.
You suck.
Adapter back.
It's a little noisy, but
Yeah, it's all right.
fine.
Whatever.
All right, let's go to line 2, which would be Mo Brewer out of Kansas City. Hey, Mo.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. First time.
Oh, fantastic. You're going to have fun. Also, let's go to Kevin from Temecula. Kevin, how are you, brother?
Oh, he's there.
Thank you for joining the program. And finally, Busted Brewing from Illinois. Hey, Busted.
What's up? What's up, guys?
All right, so we got a lot of people on the show.
Can someone track this? Because I'm playing audio over here.
So play the game. Sure. JP, could you keep
I don't
score?
have a pen.
Here's a pen. Here's a paper.
Maybe Vivo can do it.
Here's everything you need.
Shit.
Everything you need to be a thing.
I don't want to do
to
it.
do a thing that you do.
Stuff.
Sorry?
He said Bevo could do it. I said I'm busy.
Bevo's busy.
Oh.
All right. It's Brew's Line, is it anyway? Write this down, contestants, once again, because Scott mentioned it. There's only, he's going to play you clips from previous shows, and you have to tell us which of these people said the clip. Go ahead, please, Scott.
We talked a lot about that, bringing in a younger audience.
No, wait.
Who are the possible answers?
Who are the possible answers?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, repeat that. Yeah.
Justin, JP, Doc, Tasty, Bevo, or Color?
Me, JP, Doc, Bevo, Tasty, or Caller?
This is who I have playing. Is that right?
You have Scott from Pittsburgh.
Very complicated.
Mo Brewer from Kansas City. Kevin from Temecula. And Busted Brewing from Illinois. All right. So here's what we'll do. We will, first, Scott will read the clip, and then we'll let each of you guess who said it. And then we'll play the clip where we find out the answer. It's actually pretty simple, Sully. It feels complicated because we've made it that way.
I was just looking up how to. I was just looking up how to play this on Wikipedia because I'm really super confused.
And the explanation there is as long as we've given, so it wasn't helping.
Who's playing again?
Am I getting this confused with other games? Is there like ask a podcaster or something like that? Or?
We've done variations. There's no hard and fast rule.
What are we going to be doing with
We always change it up, and what we generally do is after everybody answers, we go around and answer.
We go around and give our own.
Do I have to do anything?
Which would be fun. You're going to guess who said it.
Okay.
Here's what we'll do.
I'm totally into this.
Sully is everybody's. No, because then it's just the same answer for everybody. We're all just going to chime in.
Yeah, I think it's standard.
Go ahead, read the first quote.
We talked a lot about that, bringing in a younger audience of brewers to keep the hobby going as people start to die.
We've talked a lot about this. Is that how it started?
You're jerks.
Good quote. Yeah. There's always good quotes. All right, well, let's go to the contestants. We'll just go right down the list. Scott, who do you think said that?
could you repeat that?
Sure, absolutely.
We talked a lot about that, bringing in a younger audience of brewers to keep the hobby going as people start to die.
I'm going to go with tasty on that one.
All right. So write down that Scott says tasty. Let's go to Mo Brewer.
I'm going to say Doc.
Mo Brewer's going with Doc on that one. And let's go to Kevin.
JP.
And finally, Busted Brewing. Who said it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with tasty, too.
All right, give me the quote once more, Scott.
We talked a lot about that, bringing in a younger audience of brewers to keep the hobby going as people start to die.
That's Justin all the way.
Yeah.
110%.
I think they made a good guess with tasty, though. It's me or tasty.
I don't remember saying it.
You say that every time.
I would definitely say it.
And I'm actually like you, tasty. I never remember saying this shit.
I remember about this show, which I love. What I love about it, is that I don't ever remember saying this shit. But I go like, I could have said that. Yeah.
Right.
So that's I'm right in that category. Yeah.
All right. Well, the answers are in. I don't really have a different guess. It's me or tasty, right?
I think it's got to be you. What does Sully say?
I thought it was JP, actually. It seems like an irreverent comment you would make.
That might not be... okay, so Sully says
Mine would
JP.
be more self-deprecating, probably.
Yeah. All right, let's hear it.
We talked a lot about that bringing an audience of brewers to keep the hobby going as people start to die.
Oh, it's nodding my head, I'm sure.
All right, so who did that give points to, JP?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Give points to JP.
Right. JP got some points on that one.
Good question.
All right, give us the next quote.
I think Chad single-handedly is keeping psychiatrists in business all across the Midwest.
I think Chad single-handedly is keeping psychiatrists in business all across the Midwest. Mo Brewer, let's go with you.
JP.
He says JP. Let's go to Busted Brewing.
I'm going to say you, Justin.
Yeah. Because I think he was probably driving me fucking nuts at that point.
I wonder if it's... maybe it's not our Chad. Maybe it's a guest who's called Chad.
Yeah, who's Chad?
Okay.
Should you not want me to reveal which is the case?
But remember, our Chad went on that super long road trip.
But why would he get therapy on the road?
I don't know.
Well, the context matters.
In the old days,
he needed
therapy.
Chad, really.
Yeah.
Do we need context?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's like two questions here. Like, well, who are they talking about, and who would say it? It depends on who they're talking about.
I feel like I should say who you were talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, ex-producer Shat.
Okay.
And
they're talking about Shat.
Yeah, and there's actually a few quotes in here where you guys are giving him hell. So this is the first of many.
Yeah, because fuck that guy.
Right. Oh, I have a kid. Whatever. Yeah. My wife has big boobs. Whatever.
Wow.
Whatever, dude.
He just had a child, too.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever, bro. Whatever, win the lottery.
I'm going to open a real nice bar and have a kid.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Look at me. Yeah. I'm going to have food and beer at a real nice price point. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and succeed at things and stuff.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Whatever.
I'm going to start dressing nice and losing weight. Whatever. I don't care. Wow. I'm going to start being real happy and sleeping at night.
I'm going to start enjoying my life.
I'm going to sell the Cadillac that breaks down all the time and gets me DUIs and buy a nice car. Whatever.
Yeah. Wait, he has a nice car?
Yeah.
I feel like we're learning a lot about
Where is that guy now? Is he around still?
Yeah, he opened a place in Walnut Creek. That's why
Really? He's married and has a child now.
Yeah. In fact,
and he lost weight. And he lost weight, too.
And he lost weight.
And he's all in his car.
All of these things are true. If there's anything about the BN, the humor is generally honest.
We're not creative enough to make it up.
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, back in 2008, you guys thought he was single-handedly keeping psychiatrists in business all across the Midwest.
He was a mess back then. I remember that.
Who said that?
We all
I can't imagine.
Oh, that's right, because it was crazy bitches every weekend.
Yes.
That's why. Okay, so what happened? Mo Brewer said who?
JP.
Okay, and then I went to Busted Brewing.
You said Justin.
Okay, yeah. Kevin, who do you think?
Justin.
Me. Okay, and then finally Scott.
Is caller still an option?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the caller.
That's a good guess. Wow. If it's not me, it might be a caller.
I think it's Tasty.
I don't think it's a caller.
Oh, you think Tasty said it?
I think it's Tasty.
I don't think I'd say
I think it's you, Justin.
JP is the best at this game.
I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, Sully thinks it's me. Beardy, you want to chime in here?
I think it's you.
Okay. Beaver?
I think it's Doc.
You being Justin.
Beaver with the good guess.
Thank you.
Forgot about that.
Beaver with the good guess. I'm going with Doc, too. That's a clever Doc move right there.
Yeah. That's good. I'm not going to change my vote, but it's a good one.
All right, let's play the clip.
I think Chad single-handedly is keeping psychiatrists across the Midwest.
It was JP.
Do you remember saying that?
No.
That was my guess, but I didn't think.
Who got points on that, Jippy?
Mo.
All right, Mo, you're in the lead, brother.
This is a good game.
Lucky guess.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
I like it. It's fun.
All right, Mo, a good lucky guess. What's next, Mosk?
When we got to the airport, I said I'd stand outside the car if they wanted to do the dirty deed or something. I had a towel in there, my dog's towel.
Dog.
Oh, I know exactly who that is.
Say it again. I know I always have to do this.
When we got to the airport, I said I'd stand outside of the car if they wanted to do the dirty deed or something. I had a towel in there, my dog's towel.
This one's fucking weird.
Sure, Shuma's not an option?
Yeah.
No shoe.
That's a caller.
That's a caller. You're right, Sully. I'm trying to think of who has that creepiness
Shouldn't you
in
let
them.
the guests...
And we all have the
Why would we guess?
Sometimes this is how it goes. It's okay.
Is it okay?
Because we all have that creepiness in us. We just don't say it out loud. So I feel like that was a call.
I do not have that creepiness in me.
Well, and you have to have a dog.
I mean, it was a caller or it was JP. Oh, no, because it's my dog's towel, so it can't be JP.
Right.
So nobody else is that creepy outwardly.
I think it was Doc.
That's a good twist.
If we're doing that, I'm going Tasty.
You're going Tasty?
I'm going Tasty.
All right, let's go to...
and I'll tell you why, because of the pacing. I had a towel in there, because he says shit without
three
context.
words,
Clarifies what he said. That's why.
All right, I'll give you that. All right, let's. We're going to start with Kevin. Kevin, who do you think it was?
Who did JP say it was?
JP says Tasty.
I think it's Tasty.
All right, Kevin's going with Tasty. Jared, what do you think? Oh, no, not Jared. Sorry, Mo Brewer.
I'm going to go with Doc.
All right. And Scott?
Caller again. Why not?
Okay. And finally, Busted Brewing.
Jay, I got to say you again because I feel only you would like that outwardly brash.
That's a good point, actually.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You like the outwardly brash woman?
I mean, it could. Sometimes I am like Tasty. I am surprised by the things that I have said in the past. But that one, I'm thinking caller. That my guess is caller. But let's hear it.
When we got to the airport, I said I'd stand outside the car if they wanted to do the dirty deed or something.
Please put down a mat first.
Well, I had a towel in there. It's my dog's towel.
Oh, my God. Tasty.
I have no idea.
You don't remember saying that?
That's why I love this segment. I love this segment.
What was that in context to?
Officially, Tasty is worse than me in saying creepy things that he doesn't remember. It is now official.
Tasty, you have reached
They doesn't remember
full-blown
anything.
creeper
But see,
down.
I hung out with him at Beer Rev, so
he's
I've seen
lived
those
long
tasty
enough
things.
to earn that.
Agreed.
Well, I don't give a shit.
Yes.
Well, who was that dropping off, by the way?
It was in reference. Is another Chad thing. You were dropping off Chad and the second crazy bitch after the
Nice. And you had the courtesy to leave him alone for a second.
That's a long time ago. What year was that from? You remember?
2008.
Do you want to borrow my dog's towel?
6 years ago.
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, all right.
I can make this happen. Sure, why not? Fuck it, whatever.
My dog's towel.
Did anybody call Tasty on that one?
Yes,
JP
Kevin did.
Yeah.
Kevin, because he went with JP.
Yeah, I took JP's advice.
I'm telling you, JP's good at this game.
He is.
All right,
Very
what's the next
smart man.
quote?
Dog's towel.
Dog's towel.
Dog's towel pale ale?
The fact that dog has a towel.
All right.
I'm very punchy right now. I think it's the cold medicine, but I feel awesome. It's grape flavored. It has codeine. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How is that not?
No, it's not
Bevo. Bevo was my guess.
Yeah.
Bevo was my guess.
I haven't had a Bevo yet.
Because Doc could have fed Bevo the cold medicine.
Yes.
Plus a number of other
Well,
things.
and let's talk. I'm just saying. Let's talk about drug intake for a minute. Would cough medicine make Doc punchy?
Exactly.
No, not at all.
No.
I mean,
With codeine, yeah.
Hypothetically speaking,
Hypothetically
of course.
speaking,
totally
of
fine right
course.
Who's going to get punchy?
I don't
Let's go to
tolerate.
the callers first.
All right.
Callers.
Scott, who do you think it was?
Bevo.
All right, Scott's saying
Scott
Bevo.
says Bevo, all right.
And we'll go to Mo Brewer. What do you think?
Bevo.
Yeah. Okay, and let's go to Kevin.
Man, I'm trying to think if I should say caller just to play the game here, but I think
Bartman.
Bevo said it.
Who'd you say? Sorry?
I think Bevo still said it.
Bevo. Okay.
That was Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, Busted Brewing, what do you think?
I'm going to say caller on that one.
Okay, going with caller. The key word here is punchy. Who would say punchy? Because it's not me. Doc would say punchy.
Yeah.
I don't know that Bevo would say punchy. She would have a different word for it. She's a little more ghetto than punchy.
Can we get the quote again?
Rude?
I'm very punchy right now. I think it's the cold medicine, but I feel awesome. It's great flavored. It has codeine. It's amazing.
Doc.
It's Doc.
It's got to be
because
Doc.
Beaver is not going to say punchy.
Yeah.
She's going to say, like, I feel slurped or whatever. She's she's super ghetto.
Rude.
I'm going with you. I'm changing my vote. I'm changing my vote from Doc to you.
Oh, to me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Would I have said punchy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like, I know Moskowitz would say punchy because he's like punchy. Captain 1920s. But this was
your role. I'm feeling punchy, see?
Yeah. Hey, see, I'm feeling quite punchy.
I'm on the trolley with this whole coding thing.
I'm getting in my carriage and going home now.
All right, I'm sticking with Doc. If I said punchy, it was because somebody said it like before me in the same show, and I was just adapting.
Maybe that's what coding does to you. It expands your lexicon of emotions.
All right, let's hear it.
Wait, did Sully weigh in?
All right, Sully.
I think it's Doc.
Yeah, I think Doc, too. Let's hear it.
I'm very punchy right now. I think it's the cold medicine.
Wow!
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great flavored.
Go see Doc.
Codeine. It's amazing.
So Bevo reverts to Moskowitz when she's high on codeine.
We got to hear the whole thing clean, though.
Yeah,
Nobody can talk. Nobody
All
talk.
right.
I'm very punchy right now. I think it's the cold medicine. I feel awesome. Great flavored.
Go see Doc.
Codeine. It's amazing.
She is super.
It's like somebody who smoked pot for the first time.
I'm so happy.
She's so happy.
She's crying.
I'm so happy with a cold.
She's sobbing there.
Right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she actually loved her husband in that same quote.
I want to marry him and have his children. Let's do it now.
Wait, you did it. Oh!
I like the sniff halfway through it just to remind us she has a cold.
Yeah.
It's like calling in sick to
and that she's
your
not
work.
just a junkie.
Totally.
Wow, that was Beaver. Did anybody pick Beaver?
Or that was her adding to the codeine.
JP, did anybody pick Bevo?
Oh, yeah. Scott, Mo, and Kevin, all three got points. Which
All
makes, Mo and Kevin tied for first place with you, boys.
All right, what's next?
Let's play on that one and say, hey, Bevo, you got any more of that cough medicine? I want a big smile like yours.
Right after the fact.
Oh, I know who that is.
That sounds like Doc to me.
That sounds like Doc.
Yeah, you can hear him like slurring it out, too.
Hey,
Can some of that to you, please?
Wait, with Doc, you have to say it with a smile on your face as you slur, because that's how he does it.
He pushes it out when he's smiling.
Just
He
force a
pushes his
smile.
words out.
But
Yeah.
it's
Hey, Bevo.
yeah. There's not a slur. It's like a it's like a tone that he
You're right.
I want that.
It's more like a modulate. It's like auto tune. It's Doc tune.
Doc tune.
What's the
like a
quote
sleeve
again?
stack.
What's the quote again?
The quote is, hey, Bevo, you got any more of that cough medicine? I want a big smile like yours.
And he has like a couple of
All right, let's go through the list.
That kind of stuff. I want a big smile like yours. Like, that's a weird thing to say.
That's Doc.
That's totally fucking Doc.
Busted Brewing, who do you think?
I'm feeling I can hear the Doc slur in my head as he says it.
Yeah,
of course you can.
Like we all can. All right, Busted's with
you can
Doc.
feel it in our mouths.
All right, let's go to Kevin. What do you think?
Mr. Scott.
Doc. And Mo Brewer?
Well, I don't know why Doc would need to get his hands on something that could give him a smile. But,
Good call.
I can definitely picture him saying that, though, so Doc.
All right, and Scott, what do you think?
Doc.
Doc. Is there a chance that it's somebody else?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because
who do you think,
I
JP?
think if Doc were to say that, he would say something much more creepy. Like, I'd like to get a hold of that and hug on you, or something weird, like in Doc way. He wouldn't just want Bevo
the second part
smile.
of it.
He'd be like, I'd like to cut that smile off your face and put it on my face.
Give you a reason
Oh
to
my
smile.
gosh. What year is this from?
1994.
2008.
2008. Yeah, I was relatively new to the show. Doc hadn't reached full creeper status yet.
The thing about Doc, he was born
We
at
just
11.
wore on you over time.
That's true.
Wow, I don't know. Who are the choices again? Forgive me.
Justin, JP, Doc, Tasty, Bevo, Collar.
I'm going to go Tasty on
that was my guess.
He's the only one. And I'm only doing it just to have another
He
vote
was creepy
in there.
back in the day. He's now creepy outside the studio.
Right, because back then, like, Tasty snuck up on us with the creeper.
Yeah.
Right.
And now, of course, we know.
He's the
Mostly thanks to this game, by the way.
Yeah, really.
I'm going.
These are pretty mild, actually.
I'm going with Justin.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Okay.
Curveball.
Good twist.
Well, that's JP, like the handicapper.
Yeah.
He's
That's right.
he knows
Say,
this
Doc.
shit.
That's right.
All right, let's hear it.
Hey, Bevo, you got
Wow.
yours.
Woo! Let's hear
Unbelievable.
it. Let's hear it uncut.
Let's hear it. No.
Hey, Bevo, you got any more of that cough medicine? I want a big smile like yours.
Wow.
And even the delivery is incredibly creepy.
He's like making fun of someone else.
I feel like I'm at Beer Rev right now, listening to talk to some chick.
Yes, victory.
I feel a little violated.
I'm so bad at this game. This is a big one for me.
This is a great game.
I want your smile so much. Let me take out my pocket knife.
I was 100% sure that was Doc.
Can we hear it once
I'm
more?
going to have to start listening to these shows.
Yeah.
Hey, Bevo, you got any more of that cough medicine? I want a big smile like yours.
See, he's like a cross between Tasty and Rodney Dangerfield.
It sounds like he's doing a voice. Like, yeah, see?
Yeah.
But he can't get that into it, so he just goes, hey, Beebs, you got a little thing for the refrigerator? And that's him being like yours. A reverend.
I want a big smile. I love this game.
It's like a commercial for Tasty cookies.
Did anybody pick Tasty?
No.
All right.
Except you, but that's
I
about me.
think everybody picked Doc.
Everyone picked Doc.
All right.
Hey, you can do it.
So we still have a tie.
We still have a tie between Mo and Kevin.
All right, let's go.
I could sit and drink beers with ugly old men all day, but I'd rather just sit and not talk to anybody like JP.
All right, let's go straight to the callers on this one. Then we'll we'll go to us. Kevin, what do you think?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Yes, please.
I could sit and drink beers with ugly old men all day, but I'd rather just sit and not talk to anybody like JP.
I'm going to say Justin.
All right, and let's go to Busted Brewing.
Maybe Bevo.
All right, let's go to Mo Brewer.
Well, I've already chosen Doc 3 times, so I might as well always select the answer C. So I'm going to go with Doc again.
Stick with it. You're going to get it one of these times. And finally, let's go with Scott in Pittsburgh.
Can I divert my vote to JP?
Yes, you may.
Oh, this is a tough one.
You may. All right, so Scott's vote is pending. JP, read the quote again, please, Moskowitz.
I could sit and drink beers with ugly old men all day, but I'd rather just sit and not talk to anybody like JP.
So we know it's not JP.
JP does like to speak about himself.
JP
So
does.
it sounds super bitchy.
It's Bevo.
Well, but here's the thing.
You know it's you.
I'm like JP, and I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't say ugly old men.
Right.
Like, that's
Right.
too mean.
No, but you would in this room.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think she would say ugly. I think she would say
I would say old men.
Creepy old men.
Yeah.
Why would I
Creepy
say
old
ugly
men.
old men? Because I'm an asshole?
Yeah.
I would definitely say that I don't want to talk to anybody like JP,
Oh.
but I don't hear myself saying the other
Yeah.
thing.
I think it's you.
You're going with me?
Could be a caller.
All right, so Scott is taking JP's vote. Oh, that's a good one
Might
on
be
the caller. JP, you got listeners counting on you and your skills.
Let's go caller.
Don't fail it.
All right, JP's going caller on this one. I'm thinking me or a caller too.
Scott, are you going to stick with caller? Or
we haven't had a caller yet.
We have one.
Scott, you going to stick with caller with JP?
You're right.
I diverted to JP. What's for JP?
All right.
You sticking with you,
loser.
Beardy, what do you think?
I was between you, but then the caller thing came up. And that threw a wrench in things.
It's a caller.
Yeah.
I think it's a caller.
All right, let's play it.
I could sit and drink beers with all day, but I'd rather just sit and not talk to anybody like JP.
Let's hear it again.
Hey, answer C.
I could sit and drink beers with ugly old men all day, but I'd rather just sit and not talk to anybody like JP.
Fucking Doc. We should have known if it's the asshole in the room. Doc, he doesn't come off that way, but he really is the asshole.
But Doc will talk to anybody.
Did anybody say Doc on that one, Jip?
Yeah, Mo did.
Mo
out of the
pulled
gate.
into the lead.
Now,
God.
is that so? That's the tie-breaking. Mo's now in the lead.
Mo's now in the lead.
Yeah.
He's mowing them down.
All right, Mo, you're a winner tonight. Thanks so much for playing, all of you. All right, Mo. Here's what you got to do. Email Bevo at thebrewingnetwork.com, BEEVO at thebrewingnetwork.com, and she is going to send you a prize for winning tonight's game. And thank you all for playing. We appreciate it, guys.
I want a big smile like yours.
That was fun.
Oh, my God.
That was awesome.
Hey, does anybody ever remember saying it themselves? Have you ever heard any of these?
No.
Where you actually remembered you saying it yourself?
I have.
Never.
Why is that?
I have one.
Bevo, you have one that you
I
remembered?
have one. I remembered making fun of JP when he had that stupid beard and he was combing it all the time. And I said something shitty about go comb your beard in the corner.
That was not shitty. That looked really... You know what? Just because my beard never looked as good as yours does doesn't mean...
I remember that same thing.
Great job, Scott. You always kill it.
You remember his stupid beard or Bevo saying that?
Good game.
Both, I guess.
Hey, real quick, go to beersmith.com right now. If you go to beersmith.com, you can download your free 21-day trial of
21.
Beersmith Brewing software. That's right.
Sorry, just trying to work it in here.
So that you don't have to take our word for it. It's a great way to, Sully, you homebrew now. You should be
love homebrew.
Beersmith to punch in your recipes. I do, good.
Yeah, I've kind of scaled it up from 5 gallons up to 275 gallons.
Well, the amazing thing about Beersmith is you can scale up almost anything.
You can. It's
with the
actually
software.
an amazing app.
It's a really good...
It is. And you can keep it in the cloud, too, which is really great.
Yep, you can do all that stuff.
Apps, so.
Beersmith.com. And also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but apparently John Palmer did a How to Brew DVD with Beersmith. So it's kind of a beginner How to Brew. You get John Palmer. He did the book, of course, and then the revision of the book, and then the next revision of the book. But now you got the DVD of How to Brew, and it's more for beginners, so you can buy it for your friends if you're already brewing or if you're just getting into this. There's no better person to learn from than John Palmer. And if you go over to beersmith.com right now, you can buy the How to Brew DVD. It's the Brew Extract and All Grain DVD series. So go check it out at beersmith.
It's on my phone right now.
.com right now. Yeah, good stuff. Excellent.
It's okay, JP. Take out your comb, brush your beard a little bit.
I left
prick you right out.
How did you have that ready?
Wow. Oh, my God.
Moskowitz, the producer, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
I'll be here all night.
Yeah.
Quite literally. I'll be here all
awesome.
night.
Dude.
Very nice. Very nice.
Have you thought about the beer business?
I hear you don't really make too much cash.
No, it's fine.
Don't be naive.
It's about... never mind.
Yes, Tasty.
So you said you're going to be hiring a bunch of brewers and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I am, actually.
I got a little buddy of mine that's coming back from Germany where he's just finishing the 26-week Siebel course.
Oh, yeah.
And
what's his name?
Win.
What's he wearing?
Win. Good kid, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Right.
What kind of
Maybe
beers
you use
do you
him
like to
around the small brewery.
Where did he work before that?
How tall is he?
Did some work at EJ Fair.
What color eyes does he have?
Is he,
his sister is a bartender for us, too. It's a family
good
business.
Kid.
Is it?
I'll introduce him to you.
They're a beer family.
Good kid.
Is he?
Yeah.
He brewed...
What did he was he in college, or...
This is good.
A family?
Define college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good worth ethic?
Oh, yeah. Hardworking kid.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
How does he look in skinny jeans?
Pretty good.
Does he have a beard?
Does he brew in Nutters?
Is it as big as Warren's? Because of
No, nobody's got as big as
never mind.
Right.
No.
All right.
He's a good kid, actually. So Chad started brewing with him in Pacheco.
Yeah.
Chad?
In our backyard.
Okay.
Started training him there.
Chad?
Our Chad. And then, but he's been into beer the whole time. Now he's gone away to school. He brewed with our friends in Sweden.
Yeah, I got him a 5-week internship at this brewery in Sweden.
You did?
Yeah.
You remember Jan, Sully? Jan has
He's
gone
been
there.
texting me the whole time we've been on the show.
I hooked up.
He really has.
He's like, "What's up, Sully?"
I hooked up Jan in this brewer in Sweden one time. Yeah, it was good. Jan told me this brewer in Sweden was asking me for advice on IPA.
Oh,
and he told me, and he gave me the recipe. And I'm like, why are you using all those hops? Well, I have them. I don't know what to do with them. And he had Citra and Mosaic and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm, at the same time, I'm talking to Jan about doing like session pale ale. He released that beer called Tasty. You remember that?
Yep.
And he needed the hops, and I go like, I know a guy like, I don't know. He's like, I figure it's like 10 miles away, right? It's like Sweden versus Paris.
It's not that far.
I don't know. Okay. And anyway, I said you need.
It's like Pacheco and Concord.
You need
It's
to talk
right
to
there.
this guy. So yeah, they hooked up, and actually they did exchange hops.
That's awesome.
Now, when you say hooked up, I mean, is it like
as a brewer hookup? You know, like the bros.
Well, I don't know. It's everything's free.
It's like they did a collaboration beer together. I think.
In Europe, hooking up is way different.
It's very different. So be careful, Tasty, what you say.
It's kissing on the cheek.
Anyway, I'll bring my guy Wayne around. You'll like him. He's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
I want to meet him.
All right. If you're looking for your own brewing education, you should think about the Siebel Institute of Technology and a great brewing school. If you've ever thought of taking a professional level brewing course, the Siebel Institute has a contest for you. You can do this for free. On September 26th, the Siebel Institute of Technology will conduct a drawing in which they'll choose 3 lucky winners to receive a fully paid tuition in one of the brewing amazing web-based brewing courses. The top prize will be a paid tuition to their WBA associate program in brewing technology, giving one lucky student the ability to participate in advanced level brewing technical program. There's no charge to enter. All you have to do is make sure you're signed up to receive the Siebel Institute newsletter before September 26th, along with the chance to win one of these valuable courses. You'll receive updates about
I'm wearing
Siebel
one of those right now, by the way.
Sully, you look great.
It's what happens when you get older. You have to wear the courses.
It's very flattering.
Oh, Jesus. And all sorts of other fucking shit. I don't know. To make sure you're registered, visit the newsletter sign-up page at SiebelInstitute.com. Fill out your email address into the newsletter sign-up area. For questions regarding the contest, contact Keith, good old Big Nose, at K. Lemke. That's KLEMCKE at SiebelInstitute.com. For more information about courses, just visit SiebelInstitute.com.
They'll be getting a free spot later.
Yeah. We'll be rereading that next month. I have to call Sully every now and then. So, Sully, we fucked up your commercial again. Everything was going fine, and then I got drunk.
These things happen.
At least they're happening in my own bar now.
Exactly. This is amazing.
My own staff has to cut me off.
Can I just keep saying that? This is amazing.
I'm so glad you like it. It's fun to be here.
I mean, everybody needs to come down here.
Come on down to the Hop Grenade. It's a good time. You get to watch a show. You get to be a part of it.
And brewers that want to be on the show, you need to come here. This is like as big as it gets.
I think that brewers are going to love it more than they ever have before.
Unbelievable.
Because it used to be that the show was fun.
It was shitty before.
But they had to deal with a bunch of bullshit to get there.
It was.
Right?
I had to go there. I had to chop myself through the weeds.
Yeah, and we were like, would you like a bowl of top ramen?
Sam was lighting up fireworks in the next house.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
Fire department showed up.
That wasn't Sam.
It's fun to say it was, though. Fuck it, whatever. But it was actually Schumann. Yeah. But no, now it's incredible.
Yeah, well,
there's a fire extinguisher system here.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine.
A ceiling fan.
You need to all come down here.
When the dudes get creepy, we throw them out. Whereas at my house, when the dudes got creepy, it was Schumann.
Exactly.
And he lived there.
Step away from my son. The dudes get creepy, he pays rent.
Your son would have gotten the tour like 3 times.
Hey, Ryan, my name's Schumann. Now Kevin throws people out. It's really great.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Politely escorts away.
Yeah. All right, well, Sully,
come hold this.
It's been great to have you back.
Yes.
And
I'll see you another 3 years.
No. You got to come back more often, and not only that, just come grab a co-host chair, would you?
I'll do it anytime you want, man.
You
just
used
invite me down.
All right, I will.
I used to come down all the time.
Yeah,
and
this one's open.
Yeah, because Beardy, he's just going to be standing against a wall for
This dude is out of here.
I'll be sitting on the couch blinking at you.
Sully won't even look at you or acknowledge that you have a name.
No.
That dude is out of here.
Okay, I'm going to also say something, too, because we're going to have an event space down there, so bring the show live down to the 21A.
We would absolutely...
We've done it in the past at the pub, but honestly, we're going to have the opportunity and the space to bring people down and do that type of thing.
We'll make it
we'll do a collaboration brew. We'll package it. It'll be great.
It'll be $10,000. But we would love... Oh, it sounds like a great idea, Sully.
Great idea.
We would love to...
Plus, we need a studio put in on it.
It's fine. We're doing it right now.
Will you put us a studio into the campus?
It's now a campus. I love it.
Well,
I think it needs a radio studio.
It's going to have a radio station. Of course it would.
Yes!
I look
You
better
do
on
love radio.
I look better on radio.
You could have your own broadcast right out of there.
I'll just be like, hello, everybody.
Hi.
He'll be the last AM station.
Look at Sully JP mixtape show 4 times a week, and he'll do the session once.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you got
put up a tower there. You could do the drive time show or something. You could.
Hey, everybody, doing out there? Oh, the 88 right now.
Yeah, morning radio with Sully. The morning zoo.
Should we hammer him now about the mixtape show, Sully? You want to do that off the air?
Dude, you guys should do the mixtape show from
Absolutely.
here.
While you're still building your studio down there.
The game.
Turn down the lights, put out the can. I'm telling you, the mixtape show has never been more welcome than it is right now.
Is it?
All right.
Okay.
I think so. All
right.
See, listen, Scott's giving it a little feel for it right now.
I'll bring the Thai food.
Yeah.
Bring the lights. Bring the wine.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh, you should do it.
Turn the sound off.
Maybe Sunday night mixtape? What do you think?
I'm all for anything, man.
Why was it always dark in the mixtape room?
Don't ask.
Why are you asking that question?
You don't want to see what's going on in the mixtape room. That's
You
why.
are absolutely right, Warren.
I have Sunday
It's
off.
okay to begin inside.
All right, let's call it a night, shall
I
we?
was single for a number of years.
Sully?
Dude, I love you, brother. Honestly,
Thank you for coming
I
in.
mean this from the heart. Congratulations. I'm shaking your hand right now.
I know, and I appreciate that so much.
I know. Great. I'm shaking your hand.
I know.
I love you.
I accept that.
We got to hang out more often.
Yes.
There's a lot of love in this room right now.
I'm glad
You're
you
doing
came
great
back.
things.
Absolutely.
I remember when you were a small little brewcaster back in the day.
Yep. You
Just out of
supported me.
diapers. It was just you and Doc and JP and Tasty hadn't been born yet.
He hadn't even been born yet. Tasty was still
and to see where you are right
fetus.
now, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you,
honestly.
Sully. I remember standing in my garage after, I think, your first show, and you were like, you know what? I think this has legs, and I want to support. I remember the conversation. You were very nice to me, and you always have been.
Yeah.
What was I doing?
You weren't even there, I don't think. Either that or you went home because you needed a nap or something.
I remember drinking the Kool-Aid very early on, and I remember that first show, and I was like, you were the shit.
Well, you don't know how encouraging that was for me, and you're a big part of this. So thanks, Sully.
You bet.
And thanks for coming back on the program. And we've still got Sully beer on tap. We got the ALS beer, which is good for charity because we're donating the proceeds. Plus, we have Bitter American, and I'm pretty sure as soon as the next keg kicks, we've got Hop Crisis on tap. So come on down to the Hop Grenade. The home that Sully built is how I like to call it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your general contractor?
The door has to get bigger for that one.
You know, Sully's better at it, I think. All right, so we can get out of here?
No, Twitter game.
Twitter game. Twitter game was how can the BN help you?
Help you accomplish your dream.
What did we get?
Casey Price says he would like a reverse sponsorship. The BN can be a general in his army with a small monthly donation.
Okay, no.
Okay, done. That's good. Philip Grosvenor the second says beer bong hop crisis. That would be his dream. We can help him accomplish his dream.
He just wants to do a beer bong of hop crisis?
I think he wants the BN to beer bong a hop crisis, and that would be his dream.
That's 11.5% alcohol. Dream there.
We don't get that like a hookah all one time.
That doesn't sound...
Can we give somebody their dream? I can't.
I'm in. Right. I'm in. I'll beer bong it.
Do you have a beer bong?
No.
Right,
I can't do it tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Secret Lab says Justin and JP modeling their society nutters for the webcam. That's his dream.
Okay, not tonight.
Okay. Wireless Coma says send me a new Sparge arm for a 10-gallon igloo cooler system.
No.
Okay.
That's
not going to happen. Our good friend Mike, I'm not Moby, Sardinia, says if Major Jip homebrews an Imperial Double IPA and nothing but the Society Hop Grade Nutters. Pretty good. Pretty good. Scott Pereira says reunite the unicorn and the rainbow for a weekly injection of meat. Good noon.
Okay.
Dude, yes. Yes.
All right.
Andrew Ignat says convince the world that beer guts and facial hair are the two sexiest things a man can possess.
Oh. Evo, please.
Sorry.
Here's another vote for...
Am I not hot anymore?
For bring
I
back
fixed the
lunch.
board.
You're still hot. You're always hot.
Thank you.
You signed my paycheck.
Remember that time I fixed the board?
Yeah. Remember 8 years ago?
Patrick Morrison says make a music video for Sugar Valley Brewers Wacka 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 starring Bevo.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, I would like... How good would that video be?
It's not for you. It's for the BN.
I don't care.
Agro Brew writes, you already have by being on the air.
Oh.
My dreams are pathetic.
Oh, winner.
Beaten Husband Bruin says, by curing my daughter's leukemia or hooking me up with some swag, either or, it's all the same to me.
No, that's depressing.
Wow.
It's all the same?
is that?
Can we send him some? Is he being serious?
Because
we'll send some swag.
I will send him some stuff.
There you go.
Hella.
Look, I don't know. I don't know if he's being serious, but he says curing his daughter's leukemia or give him some free stuff. Either or, it's all the same to me.
That one's near and dear to my heart too.
Yeah.
That fucker. He's just going right for me.
Yeah.
All right, how about this? What if we do
We're not
this?
done. 2 more.
There's 8 more.
Shit.
2 more. Scott
28 more.
Scott Thompson writes, my dream is to hear JP and Justin talk in German accents for an entire show. And then Harry Beaver Brewery.
That could be good noon.
Yeah. Harry, like the name, 2 R's. Harry Beaver Brewery writes, burn a bowl with Tasty while drinking a Pliny with JP so he can break down all the reasons IPAs suck a bag of dicks.
Okay. All right.
That won't be a problem.
I feel like most of these we could do, especially that last one.
But we're not going to do them all. We're going to do 2.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. First of all, the person with the kid that's sick has to email Bevo and say he's not lying.
Okay.
And Brewer's Code. And, of course, he probably wouldn't
Brewer's
be.
Code. Yeah.
So, Bevo.
There's no joke, Justin.
Bevo at thebrewingnetwork.com. You're going to get some swag. So, if he's being serious, winner already.
I'm all over that.
The other one, what do you think about this, JP? I will commit right now to doing lunch meat on Friday, August 1st.
I love you.
Okay.
It's an ultimatum, not an offer.
I can't do it this Friday. I got to take my nephew to the airport. But I will do it the next Friday, August 1st. We'll make the other dream come true, and we'll do lunch meat live from the Hop Grenade. What do you think?
Yes.
Friday at noon, August 1st. Can you do it?
Yes, he has nothing.
I'm moving things on my calendar as we speak.
I'm sorry, sir.
For lunch meat.
I have done.
It's done. It's done.
All right, we made 2 dreams.
Can I come to that?
Yes.
You can come anytime you want, Beef.
Yes. And you can come to the show.
Actually, technically.
And then Beardy just got. It wasn't creepy. It was just like, yeah, bullshit. It was like one of those. Yeah. All right, so
we did it.
2 dreams came true.
We did it.
So awesome.
Technically 3.
Solid. I like. See, Sully's always so encouraging. Guys, that's just awesome.
He's planning his route home already on the phone. He's like, yeah, that's really great.
You guys are great. Okay.
I mean, now we can. Oh shit, we can't get out of here yet.
God.
Why? There's
something else.
There's another
no, because
game?
I forgot to pull up the just talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, so who's on next week?
Professionalism.
So wait, can somebody
Tasty, you're on that phone on the whole time. Who are you talking to?
All right.
I'm just killing some dead time here. What are you doing?
Why would I be on the radio?
I'm looking at the program here and see what we're not doing.
Candy Crush.
You have enough time left to kill it?
What lunch meat actually is.
Oh, it looks like Bevo's on lunch meat August 1st. So lunch meat is a show.
We do better with the callers.
I mean, I listen to every show this station puts out.
Of course you do.
Except that one.
Because you're a fantastic employee.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're just great. Everything you do is great. Just come in on the show and you'll see what happens. Yeah.
I'm a little scared.
Bring Sam.
Okay.
Okay. Next week, we've got a mead show, actually, and we are inviting Susan Ruitt. She's on the AHA governing committee with me, but she's opening a brand new meadery, a commercial meadery.
Well, she should. She's good with mead.
She is great with mead, and I think it's exciting that new meaderies are opening up. So we've got Susan Ruitt on, and then what would a mead show be without Kurt Stock?
Oh, yeah, he's a great judge of meads. Yeah.
Yes, Kurt Stock's going to be on the program. We're talking about mead, and, of course, he's got a famous mead now made by Moonlight Meadery.
Oh, he's got a little branding going on there.
So we're going to try to get some Moonlight Meadery in here by then. Kevin, I'm talking to you. And then we'll do a whole mead show, and because it's Mead Day, I think, coming up after.
Yeah, Saturday, August 2nd is Mead Day, so in honor of that, we will do a mead show.
That's right.
What is MEAD? What is that?
The goal, of course, is to educate some of the folks of Concord here about mead, and then to educate you as well. So, Kevin, you need to order some mead by next week, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Kevin's all over it. All right. JP, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's get out of here. Sully, thank you again. You can go to 21st-amendment.com and check it out right now. And lots of great beer coming out of the 21st Amendment right now. I can't wait for the new brewery.
I'm super excited. It's going to be great.
It is going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me here. Honestly, it's great to be back. This is like home to me, and I like your new home.
Come in anytime.
I will.
All right, let's get out of here. JP, take it away, please.
Great having you here.
Thank you. I like
damn
that.
it.
But
don't take it away.
You got a little music for that?
In fact, if you can give it back for a second,
let's do it again. Hey, it's great being here.
Well, how does that play? Like it?
Super excited about your new home.
Yeah. Take us out, JP.
You're not hot anymore.
No.
Oh.
Damn it. It's playing on my computer.
What is how does
It's
it go?
like codeine, cough syrup, but different.
Hey, give me that smile.
Girl, get your smile on, girl.
Oh, everything's going great. Let's see. Talk
your-
about something for 8 seconds.
Give me a confidence check. I need a confidence level.
I'm out.
JP, you're great.
Shut up.
Are you going to be at Faction this weekend?
Yeah, what's your confidence?
Yeah, I'll be at the
at?
Faction Beer Festival on Saturday.
I'll be there too. How do I get in for free? Because $40 is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a charity event, so
It's about giving...
even myself, I will be donating money, cash, and you get to meet me.
Well, I hope so. If you're there, I get to meet you,
get
right?
to meet me. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
If
If you wear a bikini,
here.
you'll get a free brewery tour. I'll be giving. Anybody who shows up in a bikini, I'll be giving it.
You'll get the special tour.
If you want to wear one, sure, you can come along.
See, the hard part about the brewery tour at Faction is it's all exposed in a very small area. You go, and then that's the
not about the tour, silly.
No, but
it's about the bikini.
It's about the bikinis.
At Faction, there's a staircase that presidents used to walk up because it was in an air base. And Rogers walked us up the stairs. You know, JFK walked up these stairs. And
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you can walk up a presidential staircase at Faction.
But he said, he's like, president walked up here, like, we're done here.
You're right, and then he peed on the stairs, so I didn't really know what to think about it.
Wow, what?
Didn't we fire Beardy?
You think he's hired again?
I don't know if effective immediately. I thought
I was supposed to leave already.
So wait, I don't understand. Are we going to display him? Perhaps,
Beardy?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Perhaps Scott could build like a frame.
Sure.
For Beardy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying to
Something
cover
that'll
the
bring
dead.
out the color in his beard.
Like
You
a
did
shadow
great,
box?
Beardy.
Yeah, I'll stand it.
I was trying
like
to cover
a
the
blonde.
dead air of you not being able to play your song.
Don't throw me under the bus. I throw you under the bus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I drive the
That's how
bus
this pecking
to
order
which you are
works.
thrown under.
We can't both be under the bus?
All right, throw it to him.
Go ahead, JP.
Thank you to our show sponsor, More Beer. You can get absolutely everything you need to make great beer at home by going to morebeer.com. Sean O'Sullivan made his grand comeback debut thing from the 21st Amendment. Ask for their beer wherever cans are sold. Following JP on Twitter, please do that so you can see him retweet his Disney show tweets, because otherwise no one else would read them. For some good beer insight and homebrew info, follow Nate Smith at Nathan Homebrew and Mike McDowell at Tasty McD. Warren said words today, so that was cool. Production director on the session has been Push Eject. Today's show has been produced by Scott Moskowitz. JP was choking back heartburn all show. Bevo ate 2 burritos in 5 minutes. And your host was Justin Crossley. Be sure to find the Brew Network on Facebook, Twitter, and now Instagram.
JP's an asshole. Justin's a nice guy.